Welcome back to Hidden Power. Just kidding. It's an HP Live. It's Thursday, and we're coming at you live. We have a really special episode, I think. I'm excited to talk today because there's a rumor that we might be getting that the Mega Dimension DLC for Legends ZA actually might be a two-parter. There might be a whole nother section to this DLC, and we're going to get into why. We'll talk about this rumor. And I think it's actually also a little bit credible. I think that's what we're going to discuss today. I don't think it's absolutely ridiculous. I think there's a little bit of evidence, and the person
there's
yada
more
yada yada.
credibility than a 4chan rumor. Let's put it that way.
That's great. We also got some new footage for Legends ZA, and I think there's some really cool implications that is featured in this new footage. We're going to break all of that down today. We got a couple more rumors, and there's again we'll be talking some news, talking to you guys, talking about whatever you guys want to talk about in the super chats. But it's a Thursday morning. We're excited to be here. We're recording the podcast live. Subscribe if you're new. My name is DustyGogoat. I'm also joined by TraderLumi.
Hello.
And SoulSilverArt.
What's up? Good morning. If it's morning where you are.
Yeah, that's true. Someone could be watching in 2 hours from now.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
So we were a look behind the curtain. I'm going to Scotland in a couple days. I'm going to be gone for like 2 weeks, and so we batched a couple episodes for the next 2 weeks to come out in the lead up of Legends ZA, and we will be live streaming when I'm in Scotland. But one of the things that were brought up so casually during these conversations, these podcasts that we had, was this second DLC, the possibility of a second DLC. And I had not heard about this. It must have been like a day old news, but I had not heard about this. And I'm like, guys, we got to talk about this on the pod. But I want to actually dive deep into this. So I don't know. Do one of you maybe want to just kind of give us the lay of the land and kind of just set up what we know about this rumor?
Go ahead,
and then we can speculate.
I wish you didn't throw it on me. I would rather you do it, I think, Louis.
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
So basically, there is this guy who
I'll just interject every now and then to help you out.
So this person doesn't really want to be found, so I'm not gonna oust them. So I guess you'll have to take my word on it. But it is a user who has proven to definitely have inside information on, at the very least, Legends ZA.
But it's a secret.
And yeah.
Just so you know, we're not gatekeeping. It is his wishes that he doesn't want
I'm not
to be
gatekeeping. He literally Blaine's at one point posted about him, and he asked Blaine's, publicly asked Blaine's, "Hey, can you take that down? I don't want to be found." So I'm just trying to respect his wishes, guys. But
as you should too, probably.
Yeah, as you should too. If you know who it is, don't be in there talking about who it is. But
I'm just happy we have the information, right? It's a fun,
Right.
It's a fun idea. It's getting me through these long days and night. So he can keep his anonymity.
Right.
That's fine.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We're here to report on it. So you got us. This is just another reason to subscribe, I guess. But anywho, this guy, it was actually a user had tweeted about how they wanted DLC for Legends ZA. This was before the announcement of Mega Dimension. A user tweeted about how they wanted DLC, and this person commented under that and said there are actually going to be 2 DLCs for Legends ZA. Well, we've gotten the announcement of one of them now, but that doesn't mean 2. And I'll immediately say, Sol, it was you who said this, I think yesterday when we were recording. A good thing to mention from here is that, there is a game of telephone when it comes to Pokemon leaks, right? And one thing about this Mega Dimension DLC is that it does say Wave 1, which are the Holocaster uniforms, are going to be at launch. But then Wave 2, the story content will come later. So there is, immediately I will say, there is a chance that this guy just saw 2 waves of DLC and went 2 DLCs, not yet knowing that it was Wave 1 is closed, Wave 2 is story content.
Yeah.
Possible.
We have a chat here by the Real SGP. They bring up something kind of interesting. They say, could it not just be a broken telephone about how Mega Dimension is split into 2 different dimensions?
It absolutely can.
Which is also really cool. We actually covered a rumor earlier in the week that felt really exciting, and it described how there would be in Mega Dimension an X and a Y timeline, right? So that maybe could be what we're looking at instead. But I like this idea of a second DLC. Lumi brought up something earlier in the week that totally makes sense to me. Mega Dimension, we know it's going to be $30. There's been a lot of talk about this DLC. But every other DLC that we've seen with a Pokemon game has actually had two different parts, essentially making, one of the DLCs was actually $35, but okay. But pretty much there's usually two different parts, essentially suggesting to me that this Mega Dimension DLC could literally be a two-parter, and we just don't know about it, right? I mean, here's another thing. I'm thinking about this in real time. They did also debut a X and Y Raichu. Maybe each of these are a hint at the two different stories we're going to go down.
That's true. I mean,
we play through the Y dimension and then we play through the X dimension.
That's true. That like maybe it's not both of them. You get both of them at the same time. Like maybe it's like the first DLC you get one of them and the second one you get the other. Like there's no, they didn't say like, oh yeah, these are both coming. Maybe they did, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it makes sense. They do split like kind of the same line between the two DLCs, right? Like in Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, Galarian Slowbro was Isle of Armor, Galarian Slowking was Crown Tundra, and then with Teal Mask and Indigo Disc, Diplomat.
Oh, he broke. Is that me? Sully,
I think that was just you. I heard him.
Yeah, I think that was you.
I heard him.
All right.
Yeah.
We're here.
Live issues.
But in case the audience missed that, I was saying with Isle of Armor, it was Galarian Slowbro. With Crown Tundra, it was Galarian Slowking. And then with Teal Mask, it was Dipplin. And with Indigo Disc, it was Hydrapple. So they do like to split the line between the two DLCs. So maybe it's Mega Raichu X Part 1, Mega Raichu Y Part 2.
Yeah. And that would be really cool
crazy.
as well. I mean, I've been thinking about it all week since we took a look at that rumor about the X and Y dimensions. I've been thinking about that all week. I do still think that has a lot of potential because we'd essentially be getting, I think with X and Y, what was it, guys? I think this was from like a, what was the channel? What's that channel called? Did you know gaming? Is it Did You Know Gaming? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Did You Know channel.
Yes.
I think.
Sorry. I was doubting that's what the channel was called. There was a Did You Know Gaming video maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, where they basically uncovered this information from interviews or whatever that X and Y was supposed to have like the sequel games were going to be X2 and Y2. And that maybe Z version actually never existed. So it would make sense for us to get, and that's, I don't know. I just feel like it could work so easily for us to really get these two different branching paths, right? And we get to see basically two different sequels to the X and Y games. Maybe one is, post-apocalyptic, and one is like, a horrible, tragic utopia, right?
I would say that it's implied. I would really say that it's implied because it's like, why would they introduce this DLC? Like they introduced it with these two Raichus and it's like X and Y, are both of them coming from the same dimension? That would be kind of weird if it's like just a different dimension.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then the whole Charizard Mewtwo thing, it's like, why did they have X and Y Megas and none of the rest of them did? It's like, and they were in different
Charizard
versions.
And Mewtwo.
Yeah, no, I know, but like, it's crazy that there's no other Pokemon that have gotten it, So now we have this, so it's like, it's implied that it's going to be they're from two different places. They don't exist in the same place. The Mewtwo's and Charizards don't exist in the same place, essentially. Maybe in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but that's not a thing.
Can you not trade Mega Stones? Like in
I don't know. I think
in X and Y?
You probably can.
You can, but I think the issue is you can only get one. So you if you were to you would have to restart. Like Dusty, if you got X and I got Y and you got the Charizard at X and you gave it to me, to get a Charizard at X, I'm pretty sure you now have to restart your game.
Okay, but okay.
They're
No,
not
but that
supposed
clears
to
it. That clears
exist
it
in
up
the
though.
same place,
No, but that clears it up because that means both those X and Y Pokemon are literally from other dimensions. But they can exist in another dimension. They can exist in another game. But you just have to trade it over.
I think you could get them both though.
Yeah,
sure.
They don't originate from the same place though. That's all I'm saying. Like they shouldn't exist in the same place.
Fun, dude. And that's what we're seeing here.
That's the whole implication.
That's what we're seeing here.
And there's the whole controversy. I don't know if that's the right word, but the whole thing where they have specifically said that it's hyperspace Lumiose. So it's like, is that one place though? So it's like one place, but two places. It's like, you know what I think it is? I think hyperspace Lumiose is the ultra wormhole warp ride thing. It's the
pathway. It's the highway.
Yeah, it's the way to get to.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen that. Yeah,
that's what makes sense to me. Like, because it's hyperspace Lumiose, so it's like, I don't know.
I could see it as a thing of it is hyperspace Lumiose because whether you're going the X dimension or the Y dimension,
that's also
it'll
true,
be hyperspace Lumiose.
Yeah,
and just the thing is like. You kind of can't deny that the other one is or isn't hyperspace Lumiose because in your version, you only got to access one anyways. So no matter what happens, you're going to hyperspace Lumiose. They're just going to name whatever one you go to that.
Man, that's really cool. And yeah, so I guess...
There's kind of the fans, though, too, that are like, I don't want to choose between the two. Like, it's not like a second version, so it's really hard to be like, yeah, you're only going to get these 5 or 6 megas if you choose X.
Oh, I haven't seen anyone talk about that.
Yeah, but the second that I posted something about this, it was like, if you choose the X universe, you don't get the Y universe, which would make sense. But so you just trade. Like I don't know.
Yeah, you just.
But they're just like I don't want to pay for all this, and I'm not even getting them. You know, but.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I mean, the issue with the trading though is it's been stated. Like this is confirmed information that in Legend ZA you cannot have more than one Megastone. Like they made a point to say if you get that Gardevoirite gift that they're doing for like the early purchase bonus, you will not be able to get the Gardevoirite in game. And likewise, if you have the Gardevoirite in the game already, when you get the purchase bonus, if you get it after that point, it will not have the Gardevoirite. Like they've made a point to say you cannot get 2 of these. They've said it with the Greninjite and all that too. They've said we will re-roll these events, but if you've already gotten it, you cannot get a second one. So that's the issue is you kind of can't trade because you can't get another one.
Yeah, but we don't know. With the DLC, who knows? It could be...
Maybe.
Isn't
all of the
it no
DLC
different?
ones you get to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Isn't it no different than like getting all the Paradox... Like only the future Paradox Pokemon in Violet, you know? I'm like, this is just how it's been. This is the version
But I mean,
exclusive.
you can catch multiple.
You can catch
least,
multiple,
you know?
Yeah.
And then also with the Union Circle... I'm now able to go onto your game and go into Area 0 and encounter them myself.
So I would imagine that you maybe could do something like that. I feel like they could do something because in Legends Arceus, they had the whole like connective satchel.
Just, like, hop over to their universe kind of thing.
Yeah, they had the satchel thing where you're picking up like lost satchels from other players across the world, and they don't get those items back unless a player actually finds them. Like they could do something to remedy that. Like
there has to be a way to put them together because it is like this weird conundrum of like, you know, we have X and Y dimensions. Apparently, are they the same one dimension, or can you just go to both? Maybe we can just go to both, and it's just called Hyperspace Lumiose. I don't know. It's weird that it's 1 and 2.
I think it would make sense. It's like what we're looking at right now in this image. What like this is just like the launch key art for the DLC, right? Hoopa's portal's here. I'm looking at like this is Hyperspace Lumiose. There's literally like all these magical oh dude, I didn't even think about it. There's purple up top, that's Hoopa, and then the other 2 main colors of like the mysterious goo and like mist is literally it's blue and red and it matches Xerneas and Yveltal perfectly. That's the dimension. Hyperspace Lumiose is the purple goo, and that's what you see like in this dark hole. And it's we're running after this Hoopa ring, and these new mega evolutions are coming out of it. I think
totally. Like the red is even on the Y side, and the blue is on the X side.
Yeah, we're gonna be running through Hyperspace Lumiose through this like hyperspace highway, and all these holes are gonna, all these wormholes, these dimensional portals are gonna pop open, and they'll be red or they'll be blue, and whatever one we want to go into. Dude, that'd be fun. I want to play.
My one question on that
ride again
would be, why is it called Hyperspace Lumios though? Why are they calling it Lumios?
That's really the thing. Is like, yeah, if it was just like hyperspace, that would make
right. Like they didn't call they called it Ultra Space. They didn't call it like Ultra Space Howoli City. You know, because that'd be a little weird. Like, why are they calling this Lumios?
I think it's gonna be like the net. It'll be like an anti-world, or like a. I'm sure there's a term for it. But it's like
a mirror world.
Yeah, it's like a mirror world that
upside down.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's not really a place, but it's a reflection, or it's like this in between world, right? It's
the distortion world.
Yes, it's a
kind of, yeah.
It's a distortion world where these rings open up, right? So what they would do is like you're exploring Lumios City, you go into hyperspace Lumios, and it's literally the same map as base Legends EA, but everything has this like gray tint to it. Or something. Maybe it's purple for Hoopa. I don't know, right? But it's like just a coat of paint on the same exact literal map. Maybe there's no human characters, but there's portals everywhere, right? And every portal that you go into brings you to one of these like arenas where you fight these mega evolutions as rogue megas. You know, that's what we should be looking at.
It's just the Y and X dimensions that's weird. It's like, do we go to a hyperspace Lumios Y or hyperspace Lumios X? You know, like, are there going to be two versions of them when you go in there? No.
Yeah, I don't think we know, but the essence of what this is, it's kind of the same, right? Like, I don't know. It's like unless I just like I don't know. I think I'm trying to think about like what I would actually care about when I'm playing the game, and obviously it'd be really cool to play like. To go into a dimension where now I'm meeting all these X and Y characters, but they're 30 years older. Like, you go into these portals, you go into the Y dimension, and all of a sudden, you're seeing post-apocalyptic Clement and all these other returning characters, and they're, like, sad, and I'm thinking about Clement because he's, like, an inventor, so he would, like, survive the apocalypse is what I'm thinking, right? But he's older. And then you go to the other place where it's this, like, false utopia where everyone's, like, enslaved, and, like... I don't know. Again, thinking about the characters, and I'm like, what kind of change? Like, if we're not going to be seeing tangible changes, like in place of a sequel to X and Y, if we're not actually seeing that, and like with like proper contextual changes, right, that expand the lore, then all I'm imagining is hyperspace Lumios is the whatever what you call it, the underground or the other world. What is it from Stranger Things?
The Upside Down.
The Upside Down. It's like we're in the Upside Down, and there's mega dimensions because of Hoopa, and we're seeing the mega evolutions, and maybe you get a couple random characters popping out, like Ingo in Legends Arceus, right?
Right.
Counter idea, it's a universe where Ramos outlived everyone.
Yes, dude. Would love that. As he should, dude. As he should.
Button somehow, some way.
Yeah.
As he should.
Ramos is a young man.
Yeah,
we learned that he's like been cloning himself for generations. And
he joins
so
Team
like
Flare.
And he's like, "No, I am Ramos. I just keep cloning myself."
I think he could join Team Flare in the pursuit of eternal life. That's what I think.
Robot Ramos. Robo Ramos.
All I'm saying is that not once in the game of X and Y do you see Ramos and Lysander in the same room.
Damn, you're right, dude. I think you just cracked something there. Let's read some super chats because they're gonna segue us into the next topic, which we got a lot of people chirping in the chat about. They're wondering about the thumbnail, Southern Kalos. We'll get into that. Let's read some of these super chats. Let's see. First up, Jason Borno, thank you so much. They say, Pal Farm just blew Pokopia out of the water. Ooh, we were going to talk about this later in the show. I love it. I love that it looks way better, and you can do more things in it. I'm not one for farming games, but I will for Pal Farm. All right, Jason. Seems like you're kind of a pal head.
Yeah.
You sound like someone who's kind of a Poka head.
I have to push back though on, and you can do more things in it. what can we do? And we don't know what we can and can't do. Can you do more in it? Honestly, probably. But I'm just saying, I don't think that we can say from a reveal trailer, oh yeah, guaranteed, you can do more things in it.
I haven't even seen this. Let's check it out. Ooh, let's mute it.
Oh boy.
Let's make it bigger.
Yeah, mute it. We don't want that DMCA.
Ooh, no, that's like too big.
Some people really liked it. Some people were like, this is soulless. I don't know.
Where's my cozy farm life, meow? It's just mud and sweat, meow.
They like ripped the Animal Crossing little boxes so bad.
It does look better. I'll give you that.
Oh, of course, yeah, it looks better than.
I mean, but I'm not surprised by that. You know what I mean?
See, I don't know if this looks better. It maybe has like an air of like realism, but I think there's like a much clearer and deliberate style with Pokopia.
That's true. I think Pokopia tried to like intentionally mimic Animal Crossing and Minecraft, whereas like because that's what's pulling a lot of its inspiration from.
It's also
this is much more like we're just a farm simulator. We're doing our own thing. You know?
Yeah, I think I think there's gonna be something else to Pokopia that we don't know about. I also think there could be a lot of other aspects like battling aspects.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying like it.
See, this still looks like slop to me. The lighting's pretty nice.
Answer to it.
There's some nice like I get it. The stuff in the background or whatever looks like. I don't know. I guess I just don't like the realism of the world with the goofy Pokemon.
Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure they just murdered that little penguin.
I think so. Yeah, this is insane.
Also, what is
that?
What just happened?
Like we really, that's why I stopped watching this. Actually, I watched this much of the trailer, and right when that guy did that, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, see this. I want a cozy farm simulator.
People are getting married at the end, man. I'm out. I'm out.
Wait, was it people getting married or were they marrying their pals?
I don't know.
Because I've heard that apparently you can do that in like an update to Palworld. That apparently, like, I don't know how much stuff is true because I don't play this games, but I remember people at one point were like saying like, "Oh my god, you can date pals now."
Sure.
And I was like, what?
I really think the conversation for me, or like the preference, is just like, I don't know. Like I feel like Pokopia actually looked like it had soul. Pokopia looked like it was intentionally trying to do something, and I don't exactly know what that is yet. But the art style is clear to me that they've got something in mind. And this, I don't know, man. I don't know. I look at these Palworld and this game. I'm not even upset by the designs. This feels like, I don't know. It just feels like every other video game I've ever seen. Does that make sense?
I think it's also
yeah.
It doesn't look bad.
I can see what you're saying.
It doesn't look bad, but it nothing like they haven't nothing in this trailer is like, whoa, that is a really cool thing they're doing, right?
Sure. I think that my biggest issue with just Palworld as a whole, like why I just personally don't care for it. And if you do, dude, that's awesome. That's valid, great for you. But I just the Palworlds, they're that, right? They're pals. Like you can talk to them, they can be your buddies. I think we just saw one was running a flower shop. For me personally, I like more of the idea of like it being more comparable to pets versus comparable to just like other people.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's also a reason I never really like Digimon much, is because like
they're like humans.
The Digimon are more like, hey, I'm working with you, not like, you know, this is my pet, you know?
Yeah. I don't really know what else I can say about this, but
that's what I always liked about it, to be honest. I never liked that Pokemon. Especially when I got older.
It's a taste thing, you know?
When I got older and Pokemon, like, I don't know if it was Masuda or somebody, but they were like, yeah, they're like, they're like animals. They don't like think like humans or anything. Like when I was growing up, I was like, Pokemon are like your partners. They're like on the same level as a human. But then later on in life, I'm like, no, they're just like little pet animals. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, and I love that. I like that. It's all about taste, be like, you know?
Yeah.
I want them to be like sentient, like they know what they're doing and all. And
I mean, they are sentient.
They are, but you can't marry your Pokemon.
Right, you just...
No, I don't want to go that far. I'm not saying that far. I just
don't ever want to be like, Pikachu, use Thunderbolt, and Pikachu turn around and go, actually, I was thinking Iron Tail. Here's why. Like, what? No, what?
Actually, hold on, Pikachu. I think I love you. Like,
see, I love you. And the freaking Pikachu.
Yeah, from the I Choose You movie.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was horrifying.
Oh, God,
but at the same time, I will say, like, see, that's where the difference is when I was growing up, I saw, like, Mewtwo, the first movie, and he's like talking. He's like,
yeah, but that's
completely
Mewtwo. That is the lore of Mewtwo is that Mewtwo literally has human DNA.
Then the movie 2000, Slow King's talking and Lugia's talking, and
all
it's
psychic
like,
types.
okay, yeah, I know. There's lore reasons, but at the same time, I'm like, they should all be like that. They should all be like, they can not talk to us, but
It
they're
should have been
like on that level.
Yeah, even Bellsprout.
So Emil, who is
Yeah.
cozy as we know him in our Discord, made a great point. He said Soul wants them to be a man.
Oh, there's conflict there. That's your
He's
cardinal
not
sin.
wrong, Soul.
I will say
don't-
this.
I don't.
I like some. There's like a they do like this like visual effect where it's like kind of blurry up top and like in the background and in the foreground, and that's kind of a cool effect. And I do think there's like like this scene right here where it's like a fall setting. It's pretty. This is nice. I think it's just like this doesn't stand out to me for whatever reason.
Let's hope we get seasons in Pokopia. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I could see
Seasons
hey.
in Pokopia is what we need.
So this completely random, but just thought I'd bring it up before I forget it.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
I was just messaged that Pokemon uploaded the final trailer in English. Previously the final trailer was only in Japanese. They've uploaded the final trailer in English now, which is kind of cool because there was apparently dialogue in it or whatever. So
Cool.
And I couldn't read it on account of me not speaking Japanese. But
cool.
yeah, just
Nice.
thought I'd mention that.
I did want to, we're going to get to the rest of these super chats, but I do want to shout out Zerbim for gifting 10 memberships. That is beyond generous.
Dude.
Thank you so much, Zerbim.
Thank you.
A ton of you guys just got into the secret Discord with that membership on YouTube. You also unlocked every single episode of Secret Power. That's our bonus weekly Pokemon podcast that we put out every week. And you can only get that as a member on Patreon or on YouTube. So thank you so much, Zerbim. And Zerbim's also been a member for a very long time. So thank you for your support.
Thank you for the support. Yeah.
We got Woo Pig Dizzy with the super chat saying people are complaining about the city, but ZA is for the battlers, not the explorers or catchers. I don't care about wall textures.
There's so much to talk about with that, with
Yeah.
the previews, because the previews were interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about? What comes to mind first, Soul?
Just like people were complaining about the battle stuff, which is interesting.
What were they?
It's just,
what do you mean?
I just think that there's going to be a group of people that really don't like Legends ZA. That's what I think.
Oh yeah.
I think there's going to be some backlash about the change, but obviously that's the whole point of the game is the change, right?
Yeah.
But there's going to be people that are like, "Where's my normal Pokemon? I can't handle."
And you're
this
talking
kind of
about
thing." And
you're talking about the real time combat.
real-time combat, yeah, essentially.
There'll definitely be that. I've
game
heard
looks so
people. I knew there was a guy at our last apartment complex that we were living at, and he was a huge Pokemon fan. He had like tattoos of Pokemon on him, and he told us, he was like, I hate Legends Arceus. He was like, I absolutely hated it.
Yeah,
Really?
I bet. I mean, I didn't love it in that way either. In that specific way of like them changing the main core way of playing.
So I think if you hated Legends Arceus, you're gonna hate this. To be completely real with you.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
I'm anticipating having a conversation with my friend Matt about how this game is frustrating and not fun, and X and Y was better. But then in 2 years,
is Matt? He's like anti real time combat.
I think he's excited for the game, but I think he was in that same boat where Arceus came out and he was like pretty bummed out. Just because I think it's yeah, I mean, I love him because it's like he likes what's familiar and the things he enjoys, he goes really deep into. So I think this game being so different, I just believe that's like indicative of a lot of Pokemon fans. Mm-hmm. Like there's a comfort to the repeated format, the familiar formats.
I've said for a while that Pokemon is it's like a cozy game to me. It is like to me is like I play Pokemon for I think the same reason people play like Animal Crossing. It's cozy, it feels nice. It's like this nice little, like I almost treat it like it is like a life simulator game,
It is. It literally is.
Catching pets, So I think that I can really understand, while I didn't feel this way about Legends Arceus, and I don't think I'll feel this way about Legends EA, I definitely can understand like if you play Pokemon for the coziness, this game is not going to be cozy. You know what I mean? Like, it's very hands-on battling. Like, I can, right now on Scarlet and Violet, I can click fight, I can click flamethrower, and I can put my Switch down. I can kind of, but in this game, it's going to be very, you're going to need to pay attention during these battles.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
I
like
guess,
paying attention, so I won't fall asleep playing it. That's for sure. You know what I mean?
I guess
I don't know how many times I'm playing like a new gen and I'm on my bed and I'm like, oh, I'm sleeping now.
It's
like, I'm gone.
It's just frustrating to me because the same I just wonder, and I'm hoping it's not the same type of people, but like for 5 years, all of Generation 8 and 9, the discourse was about how Pokemon sucks and Pokemon's behind and Pokemon needs to take more time on their games and Pokemon battles are stupid and nothing is immersive. Like, that's all I heard. I'm sure I can like I've seen those videos to oblivion. Right. After Scarlet and Violet, BDSP, even Legends Arceus was getting a ton of flack. And I'm like, okay, well then this is a step in that direction where there's
always gonna be critics.
Where it's more of a seamless experience between you as the player and what you're doing in the world. And I'm just like, embrace it. And if you don't like it, Gen 10 is gonna be a happier medium. But
also too.
This gameplay is so sick. This gameplay is incredible.
Like, let's be real and admit it too. There's also two people who, like, I don't know, they're calling themselves Pokemon fans, but truthfully, they're sticking around to hate on something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
they're bummed out.
Like, I've made multiple posts about them. I'm just like, do you even like Pokemon?
there are people who genuinely, you can tell, like, you are sticking around so that you can hate on something. And, you know, if that's what you need out of life, I'm sorry for you. But also, like, great, you're getting something, I guess. But I think, like, some of these reviews that I read were, like, not all of them. In fact, most of them were not this way. But some of the reviews I read were kind of like, all right, dude, this game's too easy, this game's too hard. Yeah, like, reviews based on the previews. Like, there were, you know, like, people were giving their thoughts based on what they played. And they were like I saw one specifically where this guy was like, I was fighting an alpha Binacle, and he was like, and then the day actually changed into night, and so the Binacle's health reset. And he was like, and this, you know, really made me mad, yada, yada, yada. And here's my thoughts on that. For one, okay.
Do we know a publication? I can look this up.
I don't know who publicized that. I saw like where people were screenshotting the article and talking about it.
It was let's
read the actual article.
I'm pretty sure it was Eurogamer.
Let's read the actual article because I mean we're doing the thing where we can't just be looking at a headline. You can keep talking.
I'm not looking at a headline.
Look it up.
It's a screenshot of the. It's a screenshot of where they talked about it. But my point is, these people complain that Pokemon is too easy. And then they give us a game that ups the ante. It's now too hard. Also, too, here's my second post or point on this. And look, if I'm wrong about this, I'll eat crow when the game comes out. But is an alpha Binacle really that much of a struggle?
I'm more surprised that it's an alpha Binacle.
Binacle?
Like, did we
if
get
he meant
alphas
Barbaracle, then maybe I'll give him some more leadway there. But if he meant Binacle, I'm like, what?
No, I think it was a Binacle, which is weird. Did we have like pre-evolution alphas before this? I missed that actually yesterday in my like recap thing.
I mean, they were regular alpha. I mean, there were like unevolved alphas in Arceus. So
yeah, that's what
I don't think we've seen it, but
I don't remember.
It tracks. That's cool.
Another thing too is you can see here in the article, he immediately, I'm saying he, you know, whoever this person is, immediately labeled this feature of Binacle's health restoring at nighttime as an oversight. And it's like, you don't know that that's an oversight.
A lot of people are like, it's a bug. It's not even real. But like, what's the issue with that? It just makes the game harder. Like, it makes kind of sense that if you go away or something resets, then the health resets.
That's what happens in
battle
Breath of the Wild. You know?
Yeah.
The Blood Moon shows up and everything resets. That literally happens. Yeah. You'll be fighting. If you're fighting like if you're going through the moblins in the middle of a castle and you got 2 left and then the blood moon happens, they all reset. That's I am reading this article.
These people must have hated Volo.
This person does seem pretty negative on the game, but all the other previews I've seen have been really positive.
Yeah, and again, that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, when all these reviews seem positive, and then you kind of read this one negative one, and specifically, to be clear, I don't think that like a negative review makes you a negative person. You know, some people don't like things, some don't. But like when you read what specifically they're being negative about, it feels to me very much like, all right, you know, like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it feels like me watching a movie and being like, I didn't like the action scenes, bad movie. And it's kind of like, well, it was a superhero movie. There's gonna be action scenes.
Yeah.
You know, like
Right. Absolutely. I'm
gonna go back and read this whole thing. Yeah.
I was surprised at the amount of people that like did that in Legends Arceus, where they would like fight the alpha halfway and like get its health down and then go away and heal and then come back, I guess. I don't know. I guess it was a play style that I was unaware of, but a lot of people are like, oh, I can't do that anymore. It's harder now. That's good, right? Like, it should be harder.
Also, too, like, that's another thing too. Is I think the beauty of these games, or at least with Legends Arceus, one of the beauties of that game was that you could encounter like an alpha Snorlax right off the bat, and that alpha Snorlax was like level 50 or something. I don't remember the exact level, but it was very high leveled, and I loved that level of decision making, I guess, that where they put these really strong alpha Pokemon.
I did like that.
Very early in the game. And yes, if
it teaches you what they are.
Face it right now, you can do it. You know, but also like, it's going to be harder if you do it. So that's another thing too, is like, if you're complaining about especially the alpha fights, those are also all optional. So I feel like you can't say the game is difficult when it's an optional thing. You know what I mean? Like that's like me going, hey, Dusty, you use 6 Rayquazas, and I'm going to use a Scatterbug and see if I can beat you. And then me lose and go, well, that was too hard. This game sucks. Like, you would know I made the choice to fight a guy with 6 Rayquazas.
Yeah. So, what we're talking about other people. What are you guys thinking right now? I mean, we're a couple weeks out from ZA. Like, we're watching this footage. I mean, again, we're talking about other people, but what do you guys think?
I'm stoked.
Because none of this intimidates me. Like, I do think there's going to be a learning curve, but I'm like, just seeing Cleffa go crazy, I'm like, this is what I like. This Houndour going crazy. I'm like battling. This is what I imagined in like when I'm playing. I remember sitting on my couch as a kid playing my Game Boy Color, and I'm like doing like, again, I'm like an 8-year-old boy, like doing hand movements to protect. I'm like, oh, that's the attack I'm using, like. And they're just 2 static sprites, and we're seeing this actually come to fruition.
Yeah. No,
So what do you guys think?
Excited for it, and I think that I'm gonna suck at this, to be completely honest.
I think so too.
Because I'm really bad at action games, but I think about
that too. I think about Lumi not being good at it. I think about I'm like, man, I want him to have a good experience. Do you know what I mean? I have reservations still. I have reservations.
Difficulty.
What are your reservations?
It's not an impact to me for my experience.
Yeah.
What are your reservations?
That's good. That's good at least. I think it looks good. I think it's going to be a fun game. I worry about how much the loop is going to last for, how long we're going to be doing this. The thing is, so the whole previews things, I read almost every preview. I watched 6 videos yesterday. I just did a whole thing. So I have a full picture in my mind. And to me, I hope that this is an amazing game. But the biggest things for me is just the city setting is such a huge downside to the whole thing.
No, but just for just the real time battling, what are you thinking about?
For the real time battling, I'm skeptical, but I'm also excited. So it's I just have to actually play it myself. Yeah. A lot of people were like, "There's no strategy. It's just button mashing. It's about you have to do things faster than what you would normally do. It's all about how fast you can do something compared to what you're doing." And sure, that's fine.
That makes sense.
I'm okay with that.
That makes sense in contrast to VGC, right? It's a completely different
I think
experience.
Those are the people that are still being this is not what I want from Pokemon kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, I'm open to it all. But yeah, I think the biggest thing about all of the previews is that they got this much of a preview. It's they saw the demo, essentially a different part of the demo again. So you can't judge the game off of any of this. There's so much more to the game, I would imagine, especially
the full game. I get I literally am looking at this and I'm like, Staryu is a champ. Simisear has never looked cooler. It's a low bar, but he's never looked cooler. You know, like
I see what you're saying, but I've heard other
Cleffa
people
looked compelling. I'm like, I want to train a Cleffa.
Yeah, I've seen other people like really hate on the animations and the whole thing. Like the only thing I could complain about would be like I wish that it was zoomed in more, but that's it because I want to see it even. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people that play other games being like, this does not look that great. Like I'm talking about the battle. The battling is just like kind of just these weird little move animations, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I think this
it's got to be
really
fast
cool.
paced too, right?
It has to be. Again, I feel like Arceus didn't go far enough, but seeing Arceus through seeing where Arceus is in the timeline, like, and now that we're gonna be getting ZA, I'm like, okay, that was a stepping stone, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a stepping
stone.
And
may be another one.
This
may not be the final product,
I think it will be another one.
This game makes me appreciate Champions because it's different, right? It's a different experience. I get it. I totally get it. But here's the thing. I really think we're going to see more real-time combat in Gen 10. I don't know how they can go back on this. It's crazy to me.
That's what's unfortunate because I don't.
So you're not looking forward to it?
No, I mean, as much as this is here, I'm gonna like it for the game experience. But like, this is not the way that I want to play Pokemon. Like, this is definitely not the way I want to play Pokemon. This is just the way that they're forcing me to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't. There's a lot of people out there that are like, this is what I always.
Yeah.
No, not for me. It's fine.
I'm imagining in Generation 10, you're exploring the overworld, and when
I think they will. I agree with you.
So when you're exploring the overworld, just like when, like right now, I have my Chiempao first slot. I press the L button. It runs out in the overworld and knocks out a Pokemon in the wild. I think that Let's Go feature in Generation 10 will be brought back, but that Let's Go feature will be a version of what we're seeing right here in Legends ZA. And instead, so in the overworld, you can do this soft version of real-time combat, but if you run into the Pokemon, you go into a classic turn-based battle system. That's what I think we're going to see.
It could be. I think they will implement some things. Just while we're on it, like, there's tons of positive things as well, but since we're on a little bit on the negative side of things at this moment, my biggest issue again is really that it's in the city, and like even in this in all the previews, like we still see the same areas. Like I have not seen a cold like icy what are they called, wild zone yet. You know, like I need to see something more, and I'm not going to. I think this is it. So it's like, is the whole city like this, or is there just one place? Like once the game comes out and we talk about it, I can just see myself being like, they put one place in this whole city that has any kind of different biome or like different street that doesn't look like exactly the same other street. Like to me it's like ZA is almost like, and this is before we play the game. Yeah. What it seems like to me is it's almost like a battle simulator of this new battle system. Like there's no world to it. It's just in the city and that's it. I really do, on the positive side, since we're looking at this, I really do love the idea and the gameplay of the Mega Rogue battles, though. That looks like the most fun to me.
I want to go back though. Like, so what do you think those different biomes would like do for you? Like, why does Legends ZA? Why would you think Legends ZA needs different biomes?
I was watching, what was it? Nintendo Life's video, and they're pretty critical a lot of times because they play all the Nintendo games as well. But I was watching his video, and he was going off on like how it looks, and I like just agreed with everything. And it's like, it's so bland and uninspiring. They're all just boxes and the same everything everywhere you look. And I'm saying this before I play because maybe you go down a different street and everything's different. Yeah. Maybe they've not shown us everything. You know what I mean? So
we've seen sewers at least.
Yeah, we have seen the sewers.
We've seen Trubbish. Yeah,
we've seen this much of the sewer.
Yeah, we've seen literally one shot.
Does it expand? Is it like more of a world? You don't know.
So it's a lot of unknown. So what would it do for you? Like, why do you think? Like, I'm just trying to get at the heart of like.
The heart of it is
the heart of why that's important to you.
The heart of it, well, why it's important to me is a whole other thing. But I think the heart of it is when we compare it to Legends Arceus, and that is the hardest thing, is everyone's going to be comparing this to Legends Arceus, and I think that people will like Legends Arceus more game, because I think that game, even though I didn't like it, it still had an aura and an atmosphere and a vibe to it that was like, I am here, I am in this place, and it's diverse, it's explorable. This is like, I'm in a concrete, not even concrete jungle, I'm just in a concrete street, like there's nothing else going on.
No, I guess
that's
I
what
guess
it looks like at this moment.
Yeah, I guess I kind of see that. I would think that I would think about like how I actually explore the different biomes when I'm playing Scarlet and Violet, and I do play Scarlet and Violet like quite a bit. Like that is a game that I go back to shiny hunt 30 minutes a day or whatever, right? Like it's just kind of fun to explore, use my Pokemon, train them up, whatever, right? I don't often think about the different biomes. The best part, like to me, the things I actually remember are probably like, sure, sometimes, there are specific biomes that are exciting, like in the Blueberry Academy. I think like the beach area is like really stands out to me or whatever. But it's really about like what Pokemon show up in the wild. I'm thinking about that like one Cleavor that shows up, in that section of the Blueberry Academy or whatever. Like that one little section where there's like a Frigibax or something. Like so for me, if the things that I remember the most are not really the biomes, but instead like the little interactions with these random Pokemon or characters or whatever, then I think there's still an excitement there for me in Legends ZA. I think the details, that like vibe, I get it. I totally get like it's almost like a genre that you're in search of, right? Like there's like, I get that. I get the vibe aspect. But when you're playing this game, I do think what you'll probably find, what I'll find is that like there'll be little pockets of the city where I'm like, this is my favorite part because this little thing happens, or this is a little special thing, and it's so little. I think about my favorite part. The thing that I think about the most when I think about Black and White in the Unova region is that little patch of grass where you find Eevee after you, like in Castelia City, when you like dig through the sewers and you finally get to the end of that dungeon and you pop up and there's a little bit of life. There's a little bit of natural life in the city, like that stands out to me as like a biome because it's in contrast. I don't know. So I'm just, I think it's worth exploring like why that's actually interesting. Like why so many people want like a snowy region or a lava region. Cause to me, I look at those and I'm like, that's just more of the same. Like we have that in every other region. Who cares?
I totally get that. I think it's not even that. I think when I'm playing a Pokemon game, I don't even think about what you're saying. It's like you said, like it's just part of the game. I don't think about it. Like I'm not playing the Pokemon game to like see something really beautiful or go like explore this crazy land, because most Pokemon games don't really have that much going on. Like
I don't think the biomes of Scarlet and Violet are even that pretty.
No, Scarlet and Violet is actually one of the worst ones. Yeah, but. So
the biomes in Sword and Shield are nice.
Yes, because they're like Sword and Shield is pretty.
Yeah,
I agree. But the thing is, you don't really notice it when you're playing those games. You're not like noticing. But this game, it's just like the same thing over and over and over and over, to the point that you notice that it is just the same thing over and over. There's no diversity whatsoever.
Sure.
So it bothers me because there's nothing. You notice it. It's like, where's the next part of this game? Is it all just on this one street?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how it feels.
I wonder if... No, I hear that. I wonder if, like, when we actually get our hands on this, like, if because the game requires so much attention from us, the player, everything else in the background that seems stupid, when you're watching a video not doing anything else, like if that just washes away and you're just like, you're zoned in on the battles, right? Or you're zoned in on whatever your objective is. But maybe
that's where it becomes a little bit repetitive to me. That's where it's like all tying in, where it's just like, okay, I'm just doing these same battles over and over in the same spot over and over. And it's just like, okay, how I'm concerned about the longevity of that. Like I can play like, I don't know, 5-7 hours of that. And then I'm like, where's the next part? And I'm
sure. And they could be hiding a lot of stuff as well.
Yes, right? I do think
I really think they could be hiding a lot of stuff.
I think they are.
Yeah,
because I was thinking about like wormholes or like the mega dimensions. I'm like, what if those have different biomes? What if I don't know.
And all the previewers haven't seen anything more either. So like it's just like we don't know. And we did see the little tease of the the sewers. You know, it's just it could be. We have to wait and see. So it's previews. It's not reviews yet.
I think the most disappointing thing for me on this subject is that I made my peace with it being in a city, and personally the reason I was bummed about it in the first place was because I love Kalos, so it was kind of sucky to hear like,
sure,
hey, we're returning to Kalos,
yeah,
but only this one part. Especially like when in universe, like it's just over there.
Yeah,
it's just let me go over there,
yeah.
but they won't. But then aside from that, the thing that was upsetting to me was like I made my peace with it. I was like, all right, Lumio City, that's fine. I actually think this could be really cool. And then they're like, you're getting DLC. I'm like, oh, let's hear it. What's the DLC? And they're like, another Lumios. And it's like, what?
We don't know. No. But it's not another Lumios. It's
hyperspace Lumios.
No, but you're going into dimensions. Like that's what's cool, right?
They said that you're going to go based off of what they have told you. I think the logical conclusion is you are going to an alternate universe.
Yeah.
It's just literally a reskin.
City.
It's a reskin.
Yeah.
But this is good.
It's Lumio City, but that building's red now.
This is good though. Let's finish up these super chats, and I want to catch up on the super chats, and then we can return to our main topic, talking about the DLC Mega Dimension and how that there's a rumor about 2 DLCs. I want to talk about Southern Kalos, the possibility of that. Jason Borno, thank you for the super chat. They say, all I ask is for Elaine as a cameo, either in ZA or in the DLC. He needs to be there, not just a mention by Steven.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, Elaine is Alon is Lumi, you want to explain who he was in the anime? He fought Ash.
He was a guy who he first worked under Sycamore. He was and this is important because if anything, this might give credit to what you're wanting here. But nice. Alon worked for Sycamore, and then he eventually decided like he wants to be the strongest Mega Evolution trainer. So he goes around with his Mega Charizard X and takes on all these opponents. He ultimately ends up becoming a rival of Ash's, and is the guy who beats Ash in the finals of the Kalos League. And becomes the Kalos League champion in X and Y. He also then returned in Pokemon Journeys to get absolutely demolished by Leon.
Wrecked.
It was very sad. They brought him back purely as fodder. But
I know, right? What was the point?
But I don't know. It's so sad. But anyways, with Alon, he so the interesting thing about him being Sycamore's like assistant at one point is that in the anime, and this was in the anime only, is nowhere in the games. There's no evidence for this in the games. Sycamore had a Garchomp, and he's like, like that was kind of seen as like Sycamore's partner, more or less. And interestingly, in Legends EA, we've seen this because people have been able to go inside Sycamore's lab in the demo. There are pictures on the wall of Sycamore with a Garchomp. So it's like it's obviously a reference to how he had that Garchomp in the anime. And so it's like, maybe if they're canonizing some of the anime stuff, maybe if nothing else, it'd be pretty cool if like you just have one guy mention like, Sycamore had a assistant who had a Mega Charizard X, and I'd be happy with even that. It wouldn't be the first time he's been referenced. He gets referenced in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. There was an early purchase bonus where you could get a shiny Beldum.
Yeah,
and if you talk to Steven with that shiny Beldum in your party, he would be like, oh, that shiny Beldum takes me back. I remember this trainer who had a black Charizard. I wonder how he is.
Yeah, and
that was a reference to Mega Charizard X. And
answer this for me. This is on Bulbapedia. It's a screenshot of Elaine or of Alan. Elaine? How do you say
Alon.
Alon. Okay.
It's weird. It's very.
It's weird because it looks like it's spelled Elaine.
So it says
it is Elaine.
So
whatever.
Alon. This is the caption of this is Alon after learning of Chespi's coma. Did Chespin fall into a coma?
Freaking hospitalized.
What?
Man. Yeah. So it's
poor
really
baby.
confusing. But basically, Alon meets this girl. I think her name is Marin. And she has a Chespin named Chespy. And ultimately, Chespy goes wandering off into places Chespy shouldn't be. Comes in contact with a Zygarde, gets comatose. And so they're told, hey, the way to heal Chespin or Chespy would be with Mega Evolution Energy.
Yeah.
And so Alon starts going around specifically to get Mega Evolution energy by battling Mega Evolutions. And which by the way is really interesting when you then tie that. This was in the XYZ arc of the anime, and you kind of tie that into Legends ZA, where they're talking about how you will collect Mega Evolution energy from these crystals to then be able to get Mega Stones. It's all very interesting. But Alon actually ends up encountering Ash and actually finds that he's getting more of this energy from battling Ash Greninja than he is like other Mega Evolutions.
RIP.
And so RIP Ash Greninja, rest in peace. But he then takes on the Kalos League, and so that he can like battle Ash Greninja, and it works.
Dude, this guy's kind of the goat. He has a really cool
a lot
team.
of energy from it.
He's cool.
He came back, and it's also interesting too. A lot of his Pokemon can Mega Evolve. You have obviously Charizard, Metagross can, Tyranitar can, Malamar and Chestnut now can.
Oh yeah.
So
Love
Mega on Pheasant, Weavile, and King Gambit. Anyone?
Yes, please, for the love of God. All right, let's get through these. We got a lot to talk about. This has been fun. Let's see. Daniel says, "What's up? Has it been established yet on what makes a X Mega or a Y Mega? Now that it's only one version releasing are different just in stats, with one being attack leaning and the other special attack." I guess that could be a through line. My headcanon is that like the Y Megas pull on, I guess, like existing latent DNA, almost like DNA that's like, I think about it almost like future past. Like the Y Megas pull on what has happened to them in their like ancestry or something, right? Like from their previous evolutionary stages or whatever, right? And then the X forms are basically the future forms, where it's like, well, what happens when a Pokemon truly goes beyond its limits? And that's where you get Mega Charizard, gaining the Dragon type, Mega Mewtwo gaining the Fighting type. Raichu doesn't get a new type, but it does look like, people say the Mega Raichu X looks more like a Gorochu. So that's my headcanon. I don't know if you guys want to weigh anything else in on that, but that's what I think.
You could go, if you wanted to get really specific, in DNA, X and Y, those are chromosomes that like dictates like the sex, right? So the X is, if your chromosomes are XX, it's female. If it's XY, it's male. So you could maybe the Y
maybe it's a gendered
are
thing.
pulling from like a paternal, or is that the right word?
I see what you're saying.
Fathers, that line of DNA, whereas then the X ones are pulling from maternal lines. I don't know.
I don't know if there's any data to support
there's
that
like no
within
merit
the game,
to say that, but it's just like,
I
really think the only through line is that they're shaped like X's and Y's, and maybe they have blue and red like theming to them.
And then like, you could
Raichu's eyes are blue and red.
I think
it could be
my
coincidence, but there is a physical special split between them two, which is interesting.
I think what I stated also is supported, or at least aligns with the fact that Xerneas and Yveltal like kind of match up in that way as well, where like Y is, I don't know if I'm talking about future. If X is future, Y is past. I guess it's kind of.
I would say X is past because it's life, and then Y is future because it's death.
No, but life is like living on eternally. We're like, anyways.
But what happens?
Yeah,
after
it's
life?
I get you.
Death.
It's a little interpretive.
Death comes later.
I believe my headcanon is that's the answer. That's like what Game Freak had in mind.
I would have until they just introduced these Raichus, because the Raichu X pulls from Pikachu a lot too, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I think the Y one actually looks like Pikachu, where the X one looks even
It's
burlier.
funny. I think they both do. And you mentioned that X looks like Gorochu, and to me, I think Y has more traits of Gorochu.
I think Y definitely is more Gorochu for sure, because it has the horns.
Sure.
X is just literally Raichu with
it's
Pikachu
Raichu,
colors.
but Pikachu.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Pikachu, but Raichu.
I see. I guess I see what you're saying.
Because Gorochu had horns and teeth, and
I saw this guy
tail.
explaining the difference between soup and stew. Was soup is 70% liquid, 30% stuff in the liquid, and stew is 70% stuff in the liquid and 30% liquid. And I think that's the X and Y Raichus. X is 70% Raichu, 30% Pikachu, and Y is 70% Pikachu, 30% Raichu.
Makes sense.
I don't know what to say to that.
There you go.
I think I agree, but I don't know what to say.
I cracked it.
It's a lot of numbers.
All right, we got to get through these guys. Let's see. D. Sampy says, speaking of Mega Dimension, long-term wish, I would have loved the showing of multiversal Pokemon. I sent some images in the art channel by Elite Four in our secret Discord. Lumi, do you have those up now?
Discord.
And where'd you put them, Sampy? Tag me.
Art
channel.
But yeah, I think
I'll send them momentarily.
I think there's still opportunity for us to see that. I really think so.
Sampy, I meant Squirrel Master. My bad.
But thank you, Sampy. We also have a super chat by N. Simmons. He says, check out the game Ananta for PS5 that is set to be released. Now imagine a Pokemon with this art style and graphics. Let's look at this. Ananta. Let's see. Ananta. Let's see. Ananta game.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Oh, so it's like is that my brain? I want to say cell shaded, but I don't know if that's actually what it is. It's like 3D anime. It's like a flat anime style.
It's
in
anime
3D.
style, yeah, for sure.
I think this is cool because it doesn't lean into. Oh, there is kind of a. It's not. It's like stylized realism.
It actually looks just like Digimon
I'm
Time
not
Stranger.
a big fan of that style for Pokemon. I think it objectively looks good.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
I just wouldn't care
Yeah.
for it to look
It's
like
a little
that
bit too
It's
personally.
too realistic. It's too
Yeah.
realistic.
It is simultaneously too real. Both of you said something opposite, but I feel like both are true. It is simultaneously too realistic and too anime.
It's funny.
There's probably like
Whoa, what's wrong with that dude's face?
They could do something. Yeah, I think that they could do something with this. That's kind of cool. All right, let's see. All right, guys. So I want to talk about. It's in the thumbnail. I want to talk about South Kalos. Basically, we did a whole video, and it's not out yet, about Southern Kalos, just in general. But this is why it was brought up. Someone was like, "Hey,
It's like a tease.
we
It's
might
a
have another
tease to our
DLC.
video.
Part 2 of the DLC might be in Southern Kalos." And the idea kind of really comes on the fact that, like, this everything we know about Mega Dimension, which is not a lot, has to do with Hoopa. But there's so much. The two main problems is what Lumi has stated, which is that we're going back to Kalos. However, we're not seeing most of Kalos, right? If this is the soup analogy, we're only seeing 5% of the Kalos region, right? So that is still just a big nugget, and I'm probably coping, but that is a big nugget, a desire by fans. That would make me think, okay, if there were to be another DLC, I think it would only make sense for us to hop on a train in Lumio City and take the train down to somewhere in Southern Kalos to answer the second point, which is, what is Volcanion doing? What are all these other mythicals doing? Like, again, if we're going back to the Kalos region, and presumably we won't see it again for 15 years, I would imagine that they're going to want to give us some answers for a lot of these
Kalos.
For these Kalos Pokemon.
They're going to give us some Kalos instead of just Lumio City.
Yeah. And I'm not going to break down everything we talked about in the Southern Kalos episode that'll come out in 2 weeks. Make sure you subscribe. But Volcanion is literally like calls its home in Southern Kalos. And I also think, I guess I'm still riding the copium of like, why, I don't know. I just feel like there were too many hints in Generation 9 in that like Southern Kalos border. The fact that we could see it still, I can open up my game and see Southern Kalos. And again, I'm trying to be transparent. Like, I think also Southern Kalos has come top of mind because of the Terra Leak as well, because we learned so much about Southern Kalos. But I guess what I'm imagining is we're doing the Mega Dimension stuff. We get all these new Megas, right? It's like we're in Lumio City is most of the story. There's a Zygarde conflict. Then we get equipped. We assemble the Avengers, our post-game team, with all these Mega Evolutions. And then we're like fully equipped to go on the final swan song of our Kalos adventure into a new location that's never been seen before. Like, that just seems so much fun.
That'd be cool. I hope that that's what a second DLC would be like, but at the same time, I'm like, a second one might not be the focus of the whole thing. It might be the first one. I don't know, but you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's like, it might be just like the additional content at the end kind of feel.
Usually the second one is the bigger one.
Yeah,
you're right, but who knows? Usually, yeah. I could also see it being, not to go off topic, but you had brought up a little theory in our video too about Gen 10. I would almost even be like, because you mentioned it being teased in Scarlet and Violet. I'm almost like, what if they teased it for like Gen 10 DLC instead, like a region that we go to? Like
sure.
Kami or something.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun. That's where it went to as well. But that's not on the topic really.
Yeah.
I just thought about it when you were saying it. I was.
No, yeah. So I'll just say it here. My theory, like as we were about to record, I was like, oh, this actually would work. This would be so much fun if like Kalos is teased in Paldea in Scarlet and Violet, and then we get a Legend ZA game that is in Kalos, but only one part of Kalos, and then basically both of these are just leading up to. Right, the Mediterranean island hopping Generation 10 adventure that's being rumored, where our starting location is Southern Kalos. It's not a full region, but it's just Southern Kalos, and then we hop into the ocean, and actually do the whole adventure, the Mediterranean island hopping adventure. Right? Maybe the cyclists.
Yeah, so I was kind of flipping
are right there. Yeah, you're saying the opposite.
Yeah, the opposite, which would be, I think it could work.
It's just a prominent location.
DLC.
Yeah, it's just a prominent location, Southern Kalos, that like we have, that has been just like mythologized over so many years. So I'm like, they've obviously, like, they're planning. It's in their brains. It's in the canon. When are we going to see it? And I think about.
That is the question.
And I was not coping with this until you guys told me that there was a credible rumor about a second DLC. And so that's the first thing that my mind goes to. I'm like, what else would it be? And again, for listeners, I said this literally every time. I'm not imagining the entire region in ZA being accessible. What I'm talking about is like one location that maybe answers, Soul's, issue, where it's a different biome, but still one biome or one location that's scaled up. Just to give you that variance.
Awesome.
And all that is another location. That's all it is. It's another location. That's all it is. It's not an entire new game. It's just another location outside of Lumio City for post game. Yeah. It's essentially post game. And you got to think about it as well. This is the game that we're playing for the next year. We don't get Gen 10 for over a year. For like 15, 16 months.
Yeah.
So like
months, but yeah.
It would make sense that they would want to give us something that would hold us over for the rest of the year, right? What are we playing in Generation 10? What are we playing during the 30th year anniversary? It's Legend ZA.
Pokopia. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. yeah.
Well, I mean, and to be fair, they do have more planned throughout the 30th, like Pokopia and also Champions, I think. That's going to be I think they're going to really try to push that.
I also think they'll be hyping Gen 10 big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too.
Here's the thing, guys. I really think Champions is a side game. It is not going to do the numbers of a mainline game.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
It is a side game.
I mean,
Legends EA is technical. Will sell multiple millions of copies. Champions will not do that.
Champions is free to start. You're absolutely right. I'm just saying I do think they will be pushing that as the like, hey, play this, during the year. And the same way that I would say a huge part of the Gen, the 20th year anniversary was Pokemon Go. That was really largely pushed, even though that is not a game that you have to pay for. And it's also... not a mainline game. It doesn't even have, at the time of launch, it didn't even have battles in it. I'm not even sure it had the raids in it yet. It was just purely catching, but they pushed the heck out of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I want DLC for South Kalos. I almost kind of want it more in Gen 10 versus here, if I'm honest.
Okay.
just because I feel like they would flesh it out a little bit more.
Exactly.
And that's something that I've been wanting to from DLC is a bit more fleshed out areas. Like I remember Isle of Armor didn't even have any like towns in it or anything. Crown Tundra had one little village. I would like a miniature region where like there's a couple cities, you know, and as well as like areas that are wild. And so I just want South Kalos to be done justice. And the issue is if it's a DLC, whether that's for Gen 10 or for Legends ZA, you're not going to get that South Kalos map that they did before.
Yeah,
you're going to.
You could if it was Gen 10. You could if it was Gen 10 and they didn't do 2 DLCs and it was just one in that region.
That's true, but I feel like there's no way they don't do 2 of them.
I don't know.
You know?
Maybe it's, but hear me out. Maybe it's 2, but it's in the same region. Like it's just another spot in the.
Sure, like part of South Kalos and then like.
Yeah, it's like they only released the first part and then in the second part it's like a different biome, but it's still in the same region.
I mean, you know, I honestly wouldn't hate them if they did like 3 DLCs. You know what I mean? Like just because. I don't know. I like that year after Isle of Armor, Teal Mask and Indigo Disc. It was a gap year, right? We got Pokemon Legends EA announced. We wouldn't get even more news on that for another year. So it would have been cool if we had gotten some kind of 3rd Scarlet and Violet DLC that year.
It's funny because it's like, what can Pokemon do next that would shock people? And that's like one of the things. People have been asking for 3rd DLCs since DLC was announced, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a 3rd one.
I remember people going like, well, Isle of Armor's Isle of Man, Crown Tundra, Scotland, Ireland's next, or Wales next, you know. And then like with this one, they were saying, oh, they'll do Southern Kalos DLC, you know, or we'll go to more parts of Unova.
Yeah. It doesn't matter for the game, but for like the world building in my mind, like there's such a magic to playing the 2nd generation Pokemon game and then revisiting another region that you can literally walk to. It just makes the world feel so interconnected. And pretty much every single time after that, not really. I guess the first 4 generations were all in Japan or based on locations in Japan. So there's like an interconnection there. And once they started doing all these they started just like picking all these, you know, American and European countries that felt pretty scattered. And I think there is kind of a really cool thing. Like the part of the desire, I think what's appealing about a explorable Southern Kalos location is not only that it was like teased to us 15 years ago, but it's also that it would literally connect Kalos and Paldea. And I guess it doesn't do anything to connect Galar, but it's just kind of cool to think that like, okay, well, we have this whole arm of a region that is playable. I don't know. They got I was going to say playable on the Switch, but they got a port. They got to give us an HD port of X and Y on my Switch. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could sell on the South Kalos thing too, because we kind of just briefly mentioned that Volcanian's from South Kalos. But to go into that further, the reason we're saying that's from South Kalos is because it is. In Pokemon X and Y, if you have Volcanian in your party, you get access to some of Alexa's like journals on Volcanian over at the like Lumiose, whatever the journalism places, Lumiose Press, something like that. You can read these files.
Lumiose Post?
And the Lumiose Post?
Is that what it is?
That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. I got the mug right here, man. But so you would go to in this DLC, you would hypothetically go to South Kalos to find this, and the reasons for that is, for one, Alexa mentions that there is a group of people that revere Volcanian in the like Southern Kalos area, and then also there's like an incident, they say, where a mountain range exploded and they believe it is the work of Volcanian, but they're not sure. So I could just see that, you know, completely almost went over another point. The way you get to South Kalos in Pokemon X and Y, because you do get to go to one city in South Kalos, that's Kalude City, and the way you get there is by train, specifically from the train station in Lumiose City, which, if you look at the map of Lumiose City that we were given for Pokemon Legends EA, you can see that the train station is still there. And I can just easily see, you know, Emma telling you at the beginning of this DLC, Emma's like, hey, you know, we appreciate your help with taking on all these rogue Mega Pokemon in Lumiose City. Here's the issue. We're getting reports of rogue Megas in Southern Kalos. Can you hop on a train down there and go to solve that problem? And ultimately, it leads to a Mega Volcanium, because I do believe that Volcanions, like, it's got to get a Mega, man. Like, it really does, because Hoopa has its Unbound form. Diancie has its Mega. If I can be completely honest with you, I think Hoopa's going to get a Mega in the DLC. That's not based on anything, to be clear. I just think it's going to happen. And so Volcanion is sitting there, no story, a bad movie, and also no form, you know?
It's hilarious.
And listen,
someone make the Malamar image, the Mega Malamar image with no Mega.
Yeah, and if we're trying to be, if we're not trying to cope, it could just be the Lumiose power plant right outside the city. But if we are trying to cope, there's more precedence for like this, you know, additional random content with Scarlet and Violet. Like we all paid. We got our wallets out and we paid for DLC, and then they gave us the Mochi Mayhem epilogue. You know, there's no new location there, but that was a whole new story. That was with a new mythical Pokemon. DLC. Yeah,
it was. I mean, it gave us a new Pokemon.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of the thing. It's like I feel like sometimes when I'm saying these like exciting things, sometimes I'm like I get a little insecure that I sound too wild. But I'm really like I'm not expecting an entirely new game at the end of Legends ZA. I'm imagining what you're saying, Lumi, a glorified what do you call it? We're just teleporting to a new location. We're fast traveling. We get on a train, there's a little cutscene, and we fast travel to a new location that to us in game, right? It is a Southern Kalos, but you know, within the context of the game, it's really just like it's like an indoor location, right? That's how they would like program the game. It's like no different than like a battle what do you call it? I don't know. It's just like another location, right? But in our minds, in lore, in canon, we look at the map and we go, oh no, it's all the way over here on the other side of the world. That's so cool. We saw that with Kitakami. We hop on a plane and now we're in this new Japanese region that has not been discovered to us, right?
I think Lumi and I would both be a little disappointed if that was the South Kalos thing. I don't know about you, but I would prefer
what's
that
the
to
alternative?
be like a region that we've already been to or something. Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is, South Kalos is something new. Do you know what I mean?
I would like it to get its own game one day, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, I mean, I would too, actually.
No, of course, I would as well. But like, I'm trying to be realistic.
I think we downplay it when we say Southern Kalos, because the fact of the matter is, what this would be based off of is the south of France. France was cut in half for Kalos, and they took the north part. Look, they've already squeezed 4 mainline regions, a DLC area, and multiple spin-off games off of just different parts of Japan, you know? And Japan's not a giant country. So they absolutely could just make it its own full-fledged region. I mean, it'll be so cool, but I don't think it's ever going to happen, but, you know.
I don't know. You never know. Another thing to think about is, like, why did they just do Lumio City for this game? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, it feels random. And I guess you could say cynically, maybe they just wanted to bring back Mega Evolutions into the series.
I mean,
I'm like, I think that either they're just going out of order because they want more freedom, and I support that. But yeah, what I could see a world in 5 years where we look back and we're like, wow, Legends EA was a hint to this, and this was a hint to this, and it all led to Southern Kalos, or it all led to a Gen 10 region. It's like, I could see it. But I guess I want to go back just a second though, like, because of course I would want any sort of location that I can imagine in the Pokemon world to be its own region. But like, I guess like if I'm in the bargaining phase with Game Freak, I'm like, this is an opportunity to give me a glimpse at something that realistically probably won't be a full-fledged game for another 20 years. You know?
Yeah, see, for me,
so that's why I'm like, give that
like,
to me. That's way more exciting than a power plant.
I'm the opposite. I would prefer going to some place in Kalos that we've already been to that is just like a reworked, better version that is, you know, biome difference, you know.
I can see that.
All of that, because it's just, it would be revisiting and
that makes sense.
Using something that could be used in the future. And that's what I mean with like, them picking Lumio City to do this. It is a little sus that they just picked Lumio City to do this game. It's almost like we're just doing this so that we can use the other parts of Kalos in the future.
Yeah.
That is a thought. It's not necessarily a rule that they live by or anything.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I guess it is just more. I'm like, I'm just excited by like, we have an answer or we have a question. Give us an answer, and the answer could be this really cool location. And again, if we're looking back just the last like generation or two, they've started to do this. They're starting to give us locations that are just randomly that they're inventing to give context and revisit locations without having to give us a full-fledged remake. Like we were in Unova, quote unquote, right? In the Blueberry Academy. But not really.
Yeah.
But technically, right? Yeah. I think Kitakami was more effective, giving us a new location in a new place that we've never seen before. So like,
what's
that's why I'm like,
they were new. They were new too.
Well, Southern Kalos would be new.
Yeah.
Right. Man, we got some generous donations right now. Tails, I can't see the name. What does it say, Lumi? Do you see
Tails
that?
from my Zoomer.
Oh yes, of course, from my Zoomer accountant.
My Zoomer CPA.
CPA, yeah. Thank you for the super chat. $20. Jeez Louise.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I feel like if the main story focuses on Zygarde and AZ, the greatest weapon, maybe Floette, then surely there's got to be some kind of DLC story with Xerneas and Yveltal similar to the Rayquaza Deoxys storyline in Oraz. What do you guys think?
I mean, I will immediately say, like, you say DLC, I would counter with why not post-game. I do think there will be some kind of post-game content and Legends EA aside from the DLC, right? Like aside from, like, I don't think the DLCs are post game. There's always some kind of post game thing, and I would expect, I would expect all Kalos Pokemon aside from the mythicals at least to be in base game. You know, that's and honestly too, because Legends Arceus gave us a side quest for Manaphy, like baked into the game. It wasn't from having saved data or anything like that. It was just there is a Manaphy side quest. I would not be surprised if one of the mythicals got that treatment. My money would be on Diancie because of all those crystals around Lumiose.
Yes.
But
that's that's nice. That's nice. I like that. That's really good. We get another super chat here by, I was going to say our boy, but our awesome supporter, Hydrapple Hal. Shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know if we've discussed Xerneas and Yveltal being in ZA yet, but maybe they'll also be in DLC and have megas. She actually said that before Tails from Mr. CPA.
Zoomer CPA.
The Zoomer CPA.
Yeah.
Which I think a Zoomer CPA is what, like a young millennial? No.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm too old for all that. But
honestly, so I'm coming around. I actually don't think you're that old.
It's Gen Z, so a person born in the late 1990s or early 2000s.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a Zoomer. I'm a Zoomer.
No, because no, Lumi, no, you're
late 1990s or early 2000s. I was born in 2000.
Okay, but you're technically
it's Gen Z.
I'm a Zoomer.
But you are
Gen Z. Yeah, but Gen Z is Zoomer. Zoomer is Gen Z.
Yes. Zoomer is a slang term.
Yes,
but you're definitely Gen Z. All right. But your soul is a 50-year-old man.
My soul is
one of the oldest souls I've ever met.
Yes,
older than Soul.
And it varies too. Sometimes I feel like I'm a 50-year-old man. Sometimes, if I'm honest, I feel like I'm like in ancient Rome, man.
Were we live when Lumi admitted that he didn't know how to use Spotify? That blew.
I think that was on a secret power.
Blew my.
No,
mind.
I don't know how to use Spotify. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to use most things on my phone. I learned there was a calculator on here the other day.
You're kidding me, dude.
No,
what?
I am kidding. I knew about the calculator.
You're like, did you know there's a flashlight? It's like a multi-tool.
I was surprised that you could change the brightness of the flashlight.
The brightness.
Like, okay.
I did learn that about like a year or two ago.
Like, well, what's this then?
Hey, I'm gonna do this special. Hey guys, I want to give a special shout out to Ghost Barm Wait. Hey guys, I want to give a special shout out to Ghost Bomb ASMR. Am I doing this correctly?
Actually, the ASMR part really
Shout
sounded
out
real.
to Ghost Bomb ASMR, who has now joined the legendary tier.
Lumi actually has the proper gain on his mic. I feel like I can't. I'm talking into my mic, but it's not that loud.
Yeah, I don't know. Lumi was very loud for a second there.
Shout out to you, man. I'm seeing all your messages in the chat. Hope you're doing well. We got what do we got?
I mean, I don't want to brush over Hal's message though either. Like,
sure.
Zernius and Yveltal. We did for sure talk about it just then with Zoomer, but I agree. I think that will happen. I think they're in the game, like Lumi said. Like, there's no way they're not in the game.
Yeah.
Other than mythicals, like the whole Kalos Dex is going to be there, but I would expect them to get megas in the DLC.
I would certainly hope they do, man.
Yeah.
They need.
But that said,
Primal
Mega Xerneas with Geomancy is like,
people losing.
That's scary.
How about this? Do we think that there could still be an A legendary
No.
in the DLC?
No.
Why not?
I have big doubts, but
I'm not a believer anymore. I think the DLCs will specifically focus on Hoopa, and if there's another one, Volcanion.
You don't think it could be? What if?
I don't even know if they'll focus on either of those Pokemon.
I mean, Mega Dimension's focused on Hoopa.
Is it focused on him, or is he
you know,
just the vehicle?
Here's the thing.
Wonder.
I think he's
be.
He's the vehicle. I agree with that.
I think he's a little more than a vehicle. They're showing him rather than in like Oris. They just kind of like, here's a ring. What could it be from? And you just know it's Hoopa. But they never actually say it's Hoopa.
Yeah.
But they're showing him off here. They've given him his own dedicated page on the Pokemon Legends EA website. He's definitely involved more than just simply a vehicle.
Yeah.
I will say though, we got a game. I don't know if y'all remember this. We got a game. It was called Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Really?
The final battle was against Origin Form Dialga and Palkia. And you might go, well, what about the post game? You're right. That was against Giratina. So,
post game
Legends Arceus, not really about Arceus.
The post game was Arceus.
The post game was, hey, complete the dex to get Arceus.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like
Which
a story.
never did.
You know what I mean? Yeah, see, you didn't even do it.
So honestly, you should have done. I mean, I'm surprised you haven't done that. There's so much content there.
I tried to cheat and get to it somehow, and then it broke my game, and that's it.
But
that's the end of the story.
The post game of Legends Arceus is like literally your dream scenario, because it's a.
No, I'm just talking about Arceus. I did everything else. I'm
talking about Arceus. The post game of Arceus is you just go on a catching spree of legendary Pokemon. That's actually your dream.
No, he did that. That's to get the Volo. That's to get the Volo. And he did that part. But then after Volo, Arceus tells you, hey, if you catch all the Pokemon, you can encounter me. And so then the only legendary there is to catch is Giratina.
Oh, okay.
Because you've already caught Heatran, Regigigas, all that to get to there.
Yeah, I did go catch Giratina too.
So I'll ask again.
Good man.
Do you think, though, there could be an A legendary in Mega Dimension?
No.
I believe, I've said this a couple times, that if we're going to be seeing an X and Y dimension, right? If we're going to be seeing basically a world after the events of Pokemon X and Y, if we're going to be able to see into those dimensions, I think it's worth reevaluating the literal title of this game. That is Legends Z to A. There's a dash there, Z to A. And yes, there is a Z to A Royale, but the coloration of that Royale, the branding of that Royale, everything, the identity of that Royale, none of it matches up with the box, the logo, Z to A. Right? I think it's totally worth reevaluating all of our old theories about how the Z in the color and the pattern, the design of the Z in the logo looks like Zygarde, and the A looks like nothing we've ever seen. And it certainly doesn't look like the ZA Royale. And so I wonder if this is something we could see in post-game, in the DLC of Mega Dimension, right? I don't think it's impossible.
I hope so for you, buddy, but I do not think so.
Well, what do you think it is? What do you think it is? Because I don't think we have answers.
What do I think the A is?
There's an obvious...
What do I think the A is?
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
You can't. There's story spoilers.
Oh, okay.
You can't.
Okay.
But the thing
well,
is,
so okay, let's not actually say it, but there's a story spoiler.
yes, there's story spoilers.
There's
you
a
absolutely
story
know what it
spoiler
is?
for what could
We
be
absolutely know
what the
what
A is
things are.
supposed to represent. Now, that said, it's not like the game ever says, hey, you know how the game is called ZA? Well, A means this. They never spell it out for you, but I think it's pretty obvious.
I mean, I think
All right.
the most obvious thing is that it is the ZA Royale. It is the
That too,
Z2A ranking. That is the most obvious thing of it all. It doesn't
But
have to
it's
be anything
obvious.
else other than that.
But again,
It doesn't have to be anything else other than that. But I will say, this is what I was going to
I think
say.
it means something else.
This is what I was going to say to your point and Lumi's point, essentially, is that in Mega Dimension, if it's a mirror universe, maybe in that universe, the A is something else.
Yes.
And it could be a new
Yes.
Pokemon. It is not impossible. I agree with you that
it's not impossible.
That's
just
where
don't
I
think
was
it.
trying to get to, where it's like, okay, if there's an implication that we're going to see the X and Y dimensions, which also, if you're looking at the screen right now, you could see the key art of the Mega Dimension DLC, and the blue and the red along with the purple. You know, this always sounds stupid, like analyzing colors, but I'm like, those are literally the exact same hex codes as Xerneas and Evoltal, as the X and Y games. So I'm thinking maybe there's also a couple Z dimensions where we see some new Mega Evolutions, and maybe there's a couple A dimensions, or there's just new Pokemon, like you're saying, that pop out of those dimensions. Like we could see a new Pokemon, a completely new legendary Pokemon, and then see it Mega Evolve in this Mega Dimension.
That would be insane.
Because again, the precedence is Arceus. We got Eternatus. Sorry, no, Enamorus.
I was like,
and then Enamorus has a new form.
I wish that the precedence was Arceus. I wish it was.
Yeah, this
but the
game is so
Arceus.
different from Arceus.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that different. I think what I'm isolating here are the new Pokemon. Like, Arceus gave us new Pokemon. Not just evolutions, but brand new legendary Pokemon. I think we could see it again in this game.
Spoiler, ZA is not giving us new Pokemon.
Right, yeah. It's, I mean, unless the DLC did. But honestly, that would be even more jarring to me. To the base game, the thing I pay $70 for, no new Pokemon. But then the $30 DLC is going to give you new Pokemon.
No, but I could see it. I could see
really?
it. Yes, I can see it.
I don't know. I just don't think they're that gutsy. I think.
Do I think that they could give us a new Pokemon and it gets a Mega Evolution too? That might be on the,
I also
the next
too
level.
If I can be completely real with you, I hope they don't do it. I hope there's no new Pokemon because I've made my peace with Legends EA not having a new Pokemon, and so now my thought is like, man, I think that starter reveal on Pokemon Day is going to hit a lot harder if we don't have any new Pokemon between Indigo Disc and then.
Cannot wait for Gen 10.
That's what I'm saying, man. And it'll hit a lot harder if we don't have anything new, like new Pokemon.
But at the same time, we could get a mythical. Like, you never know. It could just be like, here's a new
we could
mythical
get a mythical, but also
Mega Dimension.
I'm so sick of the mythicals.
Bro, it's not a thing.
I know, and it's been great. It's been because look here, mythicals are irrelevant now, and you might go, "Hey,
they were always irrelevant."
No, they really weren't, because mythicals used to. I mean, I listened to you
talk
about it on Chazingdra. How it was crazy to get the reveal that there's not 150 of these Pokemon.
Well,
there's
Mew is a
one
special
more.
case. Mew is a special case.
No, they were special because
mythical
Pokemon. All this. The thing about mythical Pokemon that made them special was that here you are in the middle of a generation. You're in Gen 3. Gen 4 is not going to be out for a while. You're in Gen 3. And then all of a sudden, hey, that's not all the Pokemon in the game. Yeah. Here's Deoxys. A little bit later, that's not all the Pokemon. Here's Jirachi. Or I actually think I have those reversed. But either way, that's what was special about mythical Pokemon. But the issue is now they are irrelevant because you have in Pokemon Sun and Moon, you get a new batch of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, we get Blacephalon, Stakataka, Naganadel, Poipole, all that. Then Sword and Shield, new batch of Pokemon. Isle of Armor gives us Kubfu, Urshifu. Then Crown Tundra gives us Regieleki, Regidrago. Legends Arceus gives us Ursaluna, Enamorus. Like, they're irrelevant now because they just give us new Pokemon in the middle of a generation anyways.
They are promotional. It's literally promotional content. Like mythicals exist to like outside of the story to sell, to get people into GameStop, to get people back in the day to Toys R Us, right? To whatever, right? Buy the game before you miss out on the opportunity.
And go see the movie.
Yes.
I think for me, the reason that they're like were seemingly always irrelevant is because I just never watched the movies. After the second movie, I've never watched a movie. So, mythicals to me are just, they're not even in the game most of the time.
So can I tell you a secret? You haven't missed much. If you stopped after the second movie, I would tell you all the Johto ones are gold, man. But silver and gold, in fact. But no, it's a steady decline. And then by the time you get to Unova, you're like, oh my gosh, what is this crap? Yeah. But my favorite thing is to ask really any of the Rocket Radio people, but especially JPR, about his thoughts on Hoopa, the Hoopa movie. It's a horrible movie. It's so dumb.
Yeah. They almost got me with Zarude. Like, I really love Zarude, and I almost want to watch the movie because of it, just because I like it so much.
I actually haven't. That's the one Pokemon movie I've not seen, is the Zarude one.
Guys, I almost totally forgot about something, and I meant to talk to you about this the last 2 weeks.
Was it your meeting with Allie or
no?
That's at 3:30.
No. So did you guys get mail from Noivy?
I did get mail from Noivy.
I haven't, but because I haven't checked my mailbox, I need to do that today.
Where's your mailbox? Can you go run and get your mailbox? Get the thing out of your mailbox?
Is it far?
It's literally a half a mile walk.
It's far.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, here, Soul, do you have yours?
I do. I have to get it. Though.
Did you open it? Because I have mine right here, and I've been holding on to it for a week.
Oh, you didn't open it?
I did not open it.
The only one that opened it.
Oh, Soul opened it.
Are we gonna spoil Lumi though? I feel like maybe we should wait.
No. This is the time to do it. This is why we have this mail.
But it's a spoiler.
It's a poor Lumi's gonna know what's in
It's okay. It doesn't matter. We're doing it live.
It doesn't matter.
Lumi, no, it's he's had it for a week. He should have got it.
I didn't know.
So go get yours.
Noivy what he wants us to do.
Noivy wanted us to do it right now.
Okay, go for it.
He said on your next stream, please do this.
Okay.
So for listeners, man, I need to bump the gain on my mic. So for listeners, I'm holding an envelope right now. It's from our designer Noivy. Noivy is so talented. He's created most everything that's on our merch store. Links are in the description. shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. We have really cool designs out right now just for Legends EA. But Noivy has sent us something that he would like us to show you guys, and I think
it is not our addresses on the front of the thing.
No, I already scribbled out my address.
Yeah,
I already scribbled out.
Don't do that, Dusty.
So
I'm just like, this is the back.
So I'm gonna open this up. I wish can I make myself big? I don't know if I can make myself big. Let's see. I'm gonna make myself big. Maybe this way.
Noivy, seriously, while he's doing this, like, thanks so much, bro. It's super. He hasn't seen it, but I have. And I was gonna send you a message,
Noivy,
but then
thank you so much because I'm sure it's amazing because it's from Noivy.
Did you guys not get the Discord messages?
I did, but I think that was while I was on vacation, and just life has been hectic since I got back. And my mailbox is literally a half a mile walk from me because I live in an apartment complex. So I like check my mail like once a month.
So I'm gonna open this up.
I'll say for all future things, people that try to contact me on Discord, just like, it's the worst place to contact me. I think I have like
that makes no sense.
I'm like in 20 billion Discord servers, and all of them have like a bajillion. Yeah, but it's the DM. He messaged
notifications. You in a DM. He messaged you in a DM.
If you're talking about his, I did get his at one point.
Yeah, but don't. Yeah, if you tag me in a server, I'm not gonna see it. Well, I'll see it. I'll see it in our server.
My DMs though too. My DMs are like.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, I'm sure you get a lot
there's
of
stuff in here that I didn't think was going to be in here. All right.
Bro, at least he scribbled it out. I can't even hold it up.
This is cool. So, okay, I think I know what we're looking at right here. Basically, I'll give you the little bit of a backstory. I'll pull up the site. Noivy has launched a new web store, and I think he sent me some stickers. Let's see. Oh, yeah, dude. So I get a little, this is so cool. We got some stickers here. We're going to look at this in 1 minute. Oh, this is so
What if
sweet.
you got the same stickers as me?
He's also sent a note, and he also sent me.
The note is
and
so
he also
sweet.
sent me a little Cherubi card.
Cherubi!
This is so cute. He says, "What is this?
It's like Christmas before Christmas.
What is this? Is this what is this first word? Is it like GRA? I don't know.
Gracias, bro. It's gracias.
Sure, that's a C. Gracia. I see that. I see the C. It looked like 2 A's. I see it. I see the C. Gracias, Dusty. Take this as a small thank you for supporting me as an artist and also all you guys do for the community. Noivy, smiley face. I hope you like them. Dude, this is so nice. It's funny because, like, to me, Noivy is helping out Hidden Power. To me, Noivy, I mean, he is part of the team, but to me, I'm like, he's doing us a favor. What'd you get? You got a Skarmory?
A Skarmory, which is so appropriate.
That's
I love
nice,
it.
dude. That's nice.
But the stickers
yeah,
are
let's
really
look at the sticker.
like,
Let me.
I don't know if you.
Let me.
I'm just gonna show.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna. Well, I'm gonna hold on. Let me. I'm making
Pull
this
up his,
different. Yes, I'm gonna pull up his. Let's see if I can pull this up. Where are you, Noivy?
You said website, right? Website?
Yep.
Or his
right.
his shop. That's what it probably is.
Yeah, it's right here.
I love this Skarmory card. It's so cool.
Ooh,
So this is what we're looking at right now. I'm opening this up right now. Let's see. So much fun.
Yeah.
Hard.
I'm just gonna spoil this one because it's my favorite.
Here.
Ooh.
Oh, you got
So
no. He gave you
clean.
those. Oh, that makes me
Yeah.
jealous.
Oh, we got different ones. That's awesome.
I don't know if we got different ones or not for
Let's
sure
see.
because I haven't seen Dusty's yet. But
So the link, here, let me drop the link just so you guys can actually check it out while I show you these. Let me see right here. This is so much fun. Let's see. Let me just.
ASMR.
Thank you so much
ASMR.
for this, Noivy. Thank you.
So yeah, look at So Soul got. Oh, this is so sick, dude. So I got nice. I got a Game Boy Color Charizard.
There you go. Just what you always wanted.
I got the Blastoise, which is what we were also talking about on the Secret Power.
It's to summon ports.
We literally just recorded a Secret Power before this.
That's the reason we were late.
Oh, dude, and I got the he sent me the Rayquaza.
Oh, you got Rayquaza. I got
tough.
Groudon. I got Groudon.
Yeah, but
I got these two
I've
boys.
played Emerald. These are so cool, dude. I'm gonna throw these on something, and I even got a little Gracias por el apoyo, and he's got it's a little Noivy sticker, his little like signature. He actually puts this on a lot of our designs, and it shows all the different stuff. Dude, these are so cool. Thank you so much, Noivy. So for listeners, basically on his shop, he's got a bunch of different Game Boy cartridges. Like these are little illustrations of stickers. He's got Game Boy Color and Game Boy cartridges, Game Boy Advance cartridges, and each one is like colored and has like a different Pokemon on it for whatever, gold and silver, red, blue, and yellow, ruby, sapphire. That's what he's got on the store right now. Oh, he even has the gold N64.
Oh, it's both. That's cool.
No, but it's a Battle
Stadium 2.
Pokemon Stadium 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
Stadium 2. That's so cool. And there's even
Stadium 1 with Charizard and Blastoise.
Yeah, that's nice.
Super nostalgic.
We got the Mario 64 and even Donkey Kong. There's a Donkey Kong one that he's working on.
Neat.
It looks like it's sold out right now. There's a lot of things that are sold out on his site.
DK1 is sold out. That's insane.
I think Stadium 2 was sold out.
Yeah,
that
so
one's clean.
Link's in the chat. Oh, Noivy's in the chat.
Thanks so much.
He goes, hope you guys like it. More designs coming soon. Thank you so much, Noivy.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so
This
much.
is sick. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this.
Yeah, genuinely, guys, to give you an idea of like how much this man does for us, he's the designer of pretty much
Literally everything
literally every like modern merch design. Like all the merch designs that he didn't do are like older stuff that we have. And then he also did our like actual merch site. Like that's something that he designs and plays with and all that. He completely manages that side of things. I mean, he crushes it too. He's always, I'll see him like say, I saw people saying they wanted this design like this. Give me a second. Like he literally last year at Christmas time, he literally messaged me and was like, let's make a holiday sweater. And he was like, you like this? And like, we kind of talked back and forth, and he came up with a beautiful Christmas sweater that I have, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's just he just kills it, man. Noivy, we're so appreciative of you. As soon as we get off this thing, I'm gonna go get my card. But thank you so much, man, for all you do and for the gifts.
Dude, thank you so much.
I agree.
Listen, if this microphone wasn't so expensive and if I didn't use it for work, I would have stickers on this microphone. But I use it for like professional,
option.
like Zoom meetings.
Yeah, I use it for other stuff.
Yeah, Dude, Noivy, thank you so much. Links are in the chat right now. We will put a link in the description for the VOD. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
I could probably do that right now if you want.
Yeah, and then, well, that's great. And then, so thank you, Noivy. That was fun to do. I'm glad we opened that up live. And you know what? I'm gonna guess
we spoiled Lumi.
I'm gonna guess Lumi got the crystal version one. I'm gonna guess Lumi also got Leaf Green and Fire Red because those were what, your first games? Yeah, those are your first games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna guess that you have Leaf Green, Fire Red. Soul, which ones did you get?
You spoiled him even further.
Soul, which ones did you get? I didn't even see.
I got Gold and Silver, and then I got Groudon.
Oh, that's sick.
What game was that?
Ruby.
Ruby. The one I didn't play, but yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah, no, I love them so much.
What's funny is sometimes I think Noivy reads your favorite Pokemon as if like, but they're really my favorite. Like, I love Groudon. You know?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I guess.
No, I know. I know I like Groudon more than you. I know it. It's in my blood. All right. We had a couple more.
I bet you haven't even played a Groudon game. So.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, I have not played a Groudon game.
All right. Let's see. Okay, we did cover this on our second channel, Hidden Power Clips. Kind of, so that's, I think there is a link in the description. If you're not following us over there, we're going to be making a concerted effort to post clips more. We've been posting clips literally for 2 years, but to post more rumors over there, and more original content, et cetera, et cetera. Anyways, so we did a proper review of this rumor on the Clips channel that is over there,
which I'm about to post in the little chat. By the way, I'm about to send a link to it so y'all can watch it after.
And so we have more information. Basically, this rumor talks about 26 Pokemon, mega Pokemon that are going to be in the DLC. And there's also information in here. The gist of this is that basically you go into the different timelines. There's either an X or a Y dimension, and one of them's post-apocalyptic. One is this like utopian, or this like, tragic utopian dimension. And then there's two Team Flare scientists that have taken up the mantle within their X and Y dimensions, because Lysander has gone missing, and these people are looking for ultra wormholes to search for a new Zygarde, right? Because their world is dying. And this isn't some mystery world. This is literally an implication. If this was real, it would be a literal implication or suggestion that we would be accessing the immediate, very real and canon post-game of X and Y, which is so cool. And, like I said, it details over... Or there's like 20. It details, I think 20. It would be 24 new megas that would be in this DLC aside from Raichu, but 26 total, which is also kind of cool. Just for the record, if we do get 20, like I could see us getting another. Right, there's rumored to be 26 megas in base Legends ZA, and so like it would also be kind of cool if we get another 26 new megas in the DLC, which also supports my theory that there is 26 dimensions Z to A, which is how much. Yes, it's the alphabet literally. So, anyways, here's all the megas, and off the side.
Also, too, I think it's worth noting that if we were to get 26 megas in DLC, that would bring the total number of megas to exactly 100.
Damn! Wow! Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what
I really like that. So here's all the megas right here. Lumi, you sent me this. Is there any that stand out to you? There's a lot of text here. I don't really know if we should absolutely read through every single one of these descriptions, but are there any that stand out to you? This was pretty much a follow-up.
Not really, but I'm honestly, I'm not super passionate about these choices, if I'm honest. Interestingly, I guess something interesting is, according to this guy, Graplocked will become Fighting Electric. Heliolisk will become Electric Fire, and Mega Minior will actually lose the Flying type and become pure Rock. Typhlosion gains the Fighting type. Mega Gothitelle becomes Psychic Fairy, Reuniqueless becomes Psychic Fighting, and then
they all change.
A lot of them do. Samurott
This
becomes
is where you
Water
lose
Steel.
all
Serperior becomes
credibility.
Grass Poison. Those are the only ones, just glossing over this, that change. But that is a good bit versus, like, right now, how many are there that change? I mean, there's Charizard, Pinsir, Aggron,
Not a lot of them change.
Yeah, it's definitely the minority. And if you look at a little bit of a spoiler here, but if you look at the ones in Legends EA, there's definitely not that much that change
it's like 3.
typing either. Yeah, it's like, I think it's 4 exactly. Like it's not many. So,
well, okay,
Yeah.
So I think the initial thought is what we all just kind of said, which is like, okay, well, we have never seen this many megas get new types. That makes this rumor feel like just a fan theory, which it probably is. But I actually think the choice, like, again, this almost makes me think this is more believable because the choice of giving a lot of these Pokemon alternate types, I think, emphasizes that these are wacky Pokemon from all sorts of different dimensions. Right? Just like how the Ultra Beasts kind of made no sense and how the Paradox Pokemon kind of made no sense. Wouldn't it actually make sense for dimensional, like transplanted mega evolutions in Pokemon to be drastically different than the Pokemon that we know in our world? Doesn't that make, like as a literal mechanic?
I think it depends
I get
on
what
your
you're saying.
definition of it, because like if the idea is these are X and Y megas in the same vein that Charizard and Mewtwo and the Raichus are, they're still treated like normal megas. Yeah, Charizard, Mewtwo change typing.
Yeah.
But also 2 of the Charizards and Mewtwo's do not change typing. So you could argue that the Y megas would not change typing because Charizard Y, Mewtwo Y, and Raichu Y do not change typing. So I don't know. I don't think that they would be wackier. I think that Game Freak still has, like, they have an idea, and the Raichus match this. They have an idea of what a Mega Evolution is, and they're going to design all their Mega Evolutions like that. And the Dimensions is purely just an explanation for why this exists now when it didn't in base Legends EA.
Yeah. So actually, could you just recap real quick? Which I'm curious how many of the Pokemon you just said get new types would be from the X timeline. You can see on your screen right now everything.
Serperior, Samurott,
Okay.
Reuniqueless.
Okay.
And I believe that's it, just glossing over it. And then the Y timeline, Typhlosion, Grapploct, Heliolisk, Minior, and Gothitelle.
Okay, so actually there would be more in the Y timeline.
Yeah, a significant bit more. I mean, 5 of those changing
Someone didn't
typing.
do their homework. But
should have switched where they were from, 4chaner.
I don't know. I still think it's like really, again, the thread that excites me the most about this DLC is, and even when I saw this image, right? Because this is just, listen, realistically, for the sake of the credibility of this podcast, this is just a fun thought exercise, and I don't expect this to be real. But this rumor got me so juiced because it felt like...
Yeah, the ideas are great.
The ideas are great. The ideas are actually, there's something there. This isn't just fan theory. Like, it actually feel... And these are weird Pokemon. I don't think anyone's... this is actually a proper mix of Pokemon that wouldn't evolve further and Pokemon that are just beloved and already overpowered. And all of these... Like, I don't know. To me, Wishy-Washy getting a Mega, whose list is that on? I like Gogoat, but whose list is that on? Right?
And
Musharna?
it'll be that, right? Like,
yeah, it will
be like that in the sense that there will be some Pokemon, like you will have your Raichus, your ones that you could have called.
Literally.
But also
but could you have even called that? Could you have even called that, right?
In the sense that, like, there will be some popular ones. There will be some popular Pokemon get Megas. But then there will also be some Victory Bells that are a bit like, oh, yeah. Okay.
Those are the good ones.
Didn't really see that,
Yeah.
But I do think the thing that stands out to me on this is Serperior, Samurott, and Typhlosion. in the video where we kind of went over this, I think it's weird that they separated these by timelines, and I don't expect them to do that, because the way I'm seeing this is if this is an alternate dimension, which it seems that it is. So in the final trailer that they dropped for Legends EA, there's a scene where you're getting off the train and you see the Legends EA starters, Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig, running. So the implication to me is that they actually were on the train with you and ran off the train at the stop and are now kind of stuck in Lumios. Now, that's speculation based on a shot of a trailer. I want to clarify that. But then my thought is take that further and go, why were they on the train? Because someone had the Johto starters and the Unova starters on the train. And then you take that a little bit further and you go, in this alternate reality, Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig stayed on the train, but Snivy, Oshawott, and Cyndaquil ran off it.
Yeah.
And I really like that idea. I like the idea that, like, things can go differently. It's the butterfly effect, right?
Yeah.
Things go very differently just based off of one choice. And that one choice was that Totodile, Chikorita, and Tepig were good boys, and Oshawott, Snivy, and Cyndaquil were not. I love that idea.
No, that is honestly really fun.
Good boys. That's hilarious.
That's really fun. I don't know. I really love the idea that, like, to emphasize that these new Mega Evolutions are different and weird and separate from traditional Mega Evolutions. You would give us a lot of weird designs. I feel like that rings so true to me. So I guess if nothing else, I hope we see something like this. That's kind of where I'm off on this. There were a couple other there's a couple other like descriptions of some of these Mega Pokemon, which I think is kind of cool. We have right here Mega Volcanion. The rumor says Mega Volcanion, which kind of looks like Two-Face from Batman. Half of it is blue and smooth with a rippling special effect, while the other is half red and jagged with a heat wave special move effect. Every turn it alternates between being mono fire and mono water, which decides which special effect is active. Is that just its base Mega, or is that. Or is
it sounds like it's the Mega. So here's my thoughts on that. For one, I actually hate the idea of Volcanion having an exclusive typing into it, fire and water, and when it Mega Evolves, it becomes fire or water. That's really lame to me.
I don't think that should happen.
But then going further,
it's like
with
more
that
Pekko.
Can I be completely real with you, man?
Yeah.
Like, they wouldn't even do the effects for Halucha's glitter. And Mega Halucha's glitter in the game, they are not doing a ripple and a heat wave effect on Volcanion. Game Freak is not putting in that effort.
That's funny. Yeah. I think it's a really cool concept because that is something that already exists.
It is a very cool concept.
And you can even see like on its, like I look at the design for Volcanion and there's even like a division on it, the hump on its back, where like you could make a really clear, I don't know. Again, in the spirit of like weird megas and weird designs, that feels so right. There's also a description for Mega Zeraora. It says which gains a fighting type, so that would be like electric fighting. I think it's just mono electric, right?
Yeah.
Base Zeraora. Okay. Its fur becomes blue, while its whiskers and pads become yellow. Additionally, the gray patterns on its hands and legs extend into surging golden lightning bolts, as do its eyes, making it look like it's wearing sunglasses. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Real.
That's kind of cool.
The fact that Mega Raichu X was not made electric fighting, when they draw attention in its description to its like powerful punches.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't make it electric fighting does kind of like half make me wonder.
Yeah.
Are they actually going to do Mega Zeraora electric fighting?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Zeraora was one of the rumored, megas that kind of was retracted.
Not just rumored, it had a mega at one point. It had a mega.
If it doesn't
been scrapped.
happen, then it joins the cut content, the cut Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like it's not just I want to emphasize that it's not just a rumor. There are actual sheets from meetings that Game Freak had where they specifically reference that Zeraora is planned to get a mega evolution. In Legends EA specifically, or in Gen 9 specifically, I guess technically not Legends EA, but
Horizon. Yeah.
this was ultimately like something changed, because at this time Zeraora was also supposed to be one of the heroes in Horizons, and that was what the meeting was about. Was Game Freak basically told Horizons, hey, since you're using Zeraora as one of the heroes, we'd like it if you could time doing its mega alongside when we're doing its mega. So it was clearly planned. It would have been in Horizons as well. Horizons does not have Zeraora as one of the heroes, and also based on what we've seen of this game, Zeraora is not in Legends ZA. So was it scrapped completely? Is it being saved for DLC? Some people, like Jordan's, even proposed that it could be some kind of Champions bonus, like tie into Champions.
Which makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
It does make a lot of sense, but it's like, or it could be scrapped altogether, and it'll never be seen again. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I want to shout out SKSK4128. I don't know what your real name is, but thank you for becoming a legendary tier member.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome. Mm-hmm. And
welcome indeed.
Go check
you got
out
a lot of content to watch.
Literally before this episode, we recorded a Secret Power. I think that's coming out on Monday.
If not this Monday, then next Monday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One of the Mondays.
I believe that's dependent on Mr. Art.
Yeah. And we just put out a new
we decide.
And we just put out a new episode this last Monday. That's, again, both those episodes only for Secret Power or for Patreon or YouTube channel members. So go check that out and get into the Discord. I did see, where was it, right here? So right after, it says, after this gauntlet, Mabel shows up to confront her former partner, healing you before you're forced into battle with her. And then it says, I guess I kind of skipped the first like 2 bullets, which like establish what the heck I'm talking about. It says,
still a rumor?
Yeah, this is still the rumor. It says her ace is confined Hoopa, but after you win the fight, it shatters out of its ball and goes rogue, blasting Mabel and this other character into unknown dimensions before warping you and itself into another one. So it's not the little Hoopa, it's the big Hoopa. You battle.
Is that not? That's awfully similar to Indigo Disc's twist, though. I don't like that.
Not only that, but we already see the screenshot from the website where like you're there with Team MZ, like about to go on the hoop things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like literally that.
It says right.
I do think Mabel Soul is actually you who either on one of our episodes or on Twitter said this. I do think Mabel could be heavily involved, because you pointed out that she actually on her design has these rings on them, and they interestingly enough are like this gold pink color, which is kind of similar to the colors of Hoopa. So it's, I don't know, that's pretty interesting to me.
Yeah,
I
see that.
those rings.
Yeah,
and they look even more ringish in the game, honestly.
You know what it looks like? It looks like those like sour gummy candies, the peach candies.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Peach
rings.
I can taste it. I can taste it in my mouth.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're not sour. They're sweet. But
You're right. No, but that has the sugar on it.
Yeah.
It has the sugar on it.
So good. Some of the best.
So let's see right here. It says you get to explore the X and Y dimensions after this, which is how you can find their Mega Stones, as well as Mewtwo and Latias. And then it says, Mega Superior. Dude, what do you think about Superior getting the poison type? Let's talk about the starters. Does that make sense?
Superior getting the poison type? Yay! Our 400th Grass Poison Mega.
I know, but like,
I was literally like,
that's what I'm
that'd
saying.
be the worst ever.
Like, that's. Do you think it makes sense with like what we know about Superior?
I think they literally went, it is a snake, venom,
poison.
But
literally,
actually, it's based on the vine snake, which, if I'm not mistaken, is non-venomous. So
I don't know. There's a viper or something. No, the vine snake is the one with the really long nose. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, come on, look up a Dusty. Look up a vine snake.
They're so cool. They're literally some of my favorite snakes. If this is the one.
Oh, apparently they
is venomous.
They are venomous. So
yeah. See, I would think it would be venomous because their head shape. Usually, the venomous ones have a.
You're right.
Little notches.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a cool looking snake, I guess. Yeah, and honestly, nothing in its Pokedex entry even mentions it. There's a lot of mention of the sunlight because obviously photosynthesis. And it always talks about the intimidating gaze, right? The majestic appearance. I think you could. Yeah, dark type. I mean, it's funny. I think about.
I don't want that either because we just got like 50 grass dark
Yeah.
types.
Oh
in
my
Scarlet
gosh,
Violet.
no, please. Honestly, they have the best chance of getting type changes though. The starters.
I would love for like
It's true. Like the these three rumored starters they're all mono type.
Yeah.
So that would feel
they have
really
the
good.
best chance.
Yeah, they also I think I don't know. I think that Superior having like its tail, I could see that kind of becoming like a lance, maybe like grass steel or grass fighting.
Dude, yeah,
a lot of
steel would
people
be
have
good.
steel.
Steel would be good. And then it says
It would be
Superior. Oh, no, so it says Samurott. Oh, this is another thing. Because I forgot to mention. These Mega Pokemon are called either Mega X or Mega Y, depending on the dimension, which implies that there is another version of it for a different dimension, which again is so much fun. And we go into detail on this in the Clips channel, on the Clips channel. But so yeah, Mega Samurott X gains a Steel type. It says, and has its shell turn silver and bronze with shell plates all over its body. Its beard turns longer and black.
That is the thing about Samurott getting a Mega like that makes me. I'm like, what could they do to it since they already got a Hisui, and like, what can they do? Oh, obviously,
Same with Typhlosion.
Yeah, but Typhlosion's is more interesting because it's like such a bland design that they could do all kinds of stuff with it to make it more interesting. Instead, Samurott, you're like, they already did the other guy, and like, so like, are they gonna just stand him up and that's it? You know?
Yeah. I think the shell just becomes bigger, pointier, spikier. The swords become more pronounced. Maybe now it's actually wielding one instead of just like it's in its sheath.
Well, that's what made me think of it because of the steel type. I'm like, oh, so they just give him a steel sword now?
I don't
think he literally has a sword.
That's my thing. Is I don't think it would be water steel because it's a shell. It's not
rock
steel.
type. Water rock is not great. But
Water rock, maybe.
Water rock would be cool if it's fast. Because rock is super offensive. And then it says...
give it the right ability. Give it like solid rock or something, and then you kind of help out with the water rock typing thing.
And then
I'd be so hype if Superior gets something.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely need something. It also says Mega Typhlosion Y gains fighting type with its blue fur climbing up its underside to form the shape of a wrestling leotard. Oh, that's not good. It also gets gloves and boots made of fire. No, while its whole head...
okay, this isn't real, so
I don't believe this at all anymore.
This is too much.
That makes
know what I mean?
no sense with the design, though.
Dude,
that makes no
Something
sense.
that doesn't make sense for Dusty is that makes it really not make sense.
That makes no
becomes
sense.
A planet, and it's like, what? Like, I don't know. I feel
is that
like
what it says?
do. Yes, Wishy-Washy becomes Saturn.
Well, it could look like this. See, but that makes sense because it's a bunch of schooling fish.
I
makes sense to me. That totally makes sense to me.
But there's no kind of connection to space or anything. I think he only did that because he's trying to tie it to Minior more.
To Minior, yeah.
But I don't know. This, I'll tell you this. I saw this and I kind of thought, nah. And then he posted his like descriptions for these Pokemon, and I was like, yeah, definitely not.
You know what? Like, so many times these 4chan rumors, they do that. They I don't want to say that.
They fly too close to the sun.
There you go. That's the right way to say it. I was going to use a different idiom, but that's not it's not a YouTube friend.
What were you going to say?
But yeah, I'll say it later. It's fine. I just don't want to get us times already.
Well, what were you
I can't think
say?
of an idiom that fits.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
Just weapons and stuff. So it's fine.
Okay,
anyway.
sure, right.
Yeah, but now I lost my train of thought. What they do is they go too far. They go too far and completely destroy their whole thing. But I will say that you could know that this is fake for one thing, and I'm not going to really say it because it's kind of a story thing. But Zero Sick, he's the giveaway in the main rumor thing. But yeah, so it's fun to think about, and it has a lot of real possibilities. That's what these rumors are for.
Dude, I like Mega Mimoswine Y getting like a lot furrier, resembling Piloswine. That's kind of fun.
I don't know if I'd like that much.
Yeah, but it's like a fun design because it would change so much.
Yeah, I just don't like Piloswine that much.
Oh, it's
like too much,
Yeah, but there's a bunch of
Did Lumi freeze? Are you frozen,
Lumi?
Lumi?
He might be frozen.
I just see his face just in the same way.
Vasilis, thank you, man. Hope you're doing well. He's been a legendary tier member for like his entire life. He says, "What's up, guys? The Secret Power episode every week is much appreciated. Dusty, hope you have fun in Scotland. Can't wait for Legends EA. It's gonna be fun, man. Thank you for the wishes.
Yeah.
I will be streaming. We're gonna be streaming. Yeah, we just got the Zach text. I haven't read it, but
hopefully he said
he's
huge
back.
boom outside.
He's
and then my
there he
internet
goes.
went out.
He's back under the gaze of Malamar. But yeah, I will be streaming and we're going to be doing HP lives when I'm in Scotland. We have episodes planned out, so you're going to get your daily dose of episodes. I guess sorry to all the morning commuters, all the blue collar commuters who didn't have their 6 a.m. Hidden Power podcast episode. But
you know what?
We're going long today.
Discord. If you were in the secret Discord, then you saw that I messaged, "Hey, in place of it, watch Soul Launch's English chats."
Yeah, it's true. That's more.
There's also an episode of that today.
Yeah,
it's more Hidden Power content technically because I obviously mentioned this there.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was
I don't know what you're thinking of going to next, Dusty. I don't know if we're done with the rumor, but there is a few things about the previews that I wanted to mention. If you want to go there.
Yeah, I think we should wrap up soon, but what do you got to cover?
I mean, the only things I just wanted to mention, like probably the two most important things in my opinion from all of the preview details is that you can almost certainly confirmed you can mega evolve your Pokemon more than once in battle, and you can mega evolve. Essentially, you could mega evolve more Pokemon more than once in battle. So you could have a whole team of Pokemon, and you can mega evolve every single one of them in one battle if you have enough of the mega energy to do so.
Yeah.
That was essentially confirmed. So for me, that was such a huge thing because I want to use a whole team that can mega evolve. Obviously, you're not gonna you're not gonna mega evolve all of them in one go. It's probably gonna be as long as I can do like 2 or maybe 3, that'd be crazy. But to me, it's exciting because those are the new designs, and I want to use. So
yeah,
I think.
No, I think that is pretty cool. That definitely is pretty cool. It's nice to see. Yeah, I think all 3 of the megas that are shown on screen right now, I'm like, yeah, this might be my team. It's a Mega Scizor Steelix.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And Dragonite.
I like that they're not like I in practice, I think it's gonna like all this is theoretical because like. How often are you going to have enough energy to actually do this with every single Pokemon? It's not even going to be ideal. It's not even going to be ideal.
It really depends who you are because see, for me, I am purposely going out of my way to like make it happen. I'm going to be like, I want to see them. So I'm going to like try. I'm going to mega evolve one and then mega evolve the other.
Sure.
Now it is not confirmed that if it happens in trainer battles 100%, it's not confirmed, but that's what one of the previewers had asked the person next to them, the like Nintendo rep or whatever, and they were like, yeah, as long as you have the means, do it. But in the rogue mega battles, you absolutely can because they're long and you get mega energy like the whole time, so you can just mega evolve whatever megas you have, and that's good enough for me, to be honest. I mean, I would like it in more battles, but yeah.
What do you think about that, Lumi?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this game in general, but I am excited that like you will be able to do multiple megas in one go. Though I gotta say, I kind of assumed it because at least for the rogue matches, because in that one we see that the rogue lets off this mega energy that you then collect.
Yeah,
and so in my head I was thinking like, yeah, hypothetically, the Victory Bell could take out I'm saying Victory Bell because I see it right there. It could take out my, Dragonite, and then I throw out my Lucario, collect a bunch of Mega Energy, and now Mega my Lucario.
You essentially have to because you almost can't beat the Rogue Megas without Mega evolving. Like, it's very difficult, essentially. You could use the plus moves, but that's another.
But then you have to charge those up, whereas, like, the Mega Evolutions naturally use them. Which that's interesting too that they gave like, because that's been one of the biggest complaints about Mega Evolutions that's locked to certain Pokemon. Whereas with Dynamax, with Z moves, with Terrastol, every Pokemon can access it, even if some of them get some kind of special feature from it. But we're told in Legends EA that you can use your Mega Ring to just make your Pokemon use plus moves, which will do more damage.
You bring up a really good point with that. Do we see plus moves move to champions somehow? Like, do they make it part of the Mega gimmick, and they just
I don't
think it makes
Pokemon
sense because
I don't think so.
Champions is the old type.
I just thought about it.
Yeah,
I know, but I just thought about it like that we
think,
could use it to like
I also
balance
think though,
Megas.
I guess.
But think we know for a fact, like confirmed, they're adding Z moves at some point in Champions. So it's like that. There's your plus moves. If you do plus moves in Champions, I feel like you immediately make Z moves even more irrelevant than Z moves already are.
I'm just saying, using it as like a Mega. It's part of the Mega evolution.
Oh,
gimmick.
Sure. So like the Megas naturally have a strong, like their moves naturally do more. It's funny you say that, because one of the features of Ash Greninja is that naturally, like it's not its ability, it's just naturally Water Shuriken does more from from an Ash Greninja than it does like a normal Greninja or an Acelgor or anything else that can learn it. So
I was saying it more for like normal Pokemon, but yeah, I could see that too. Like, so you're just like, you're in like the Mega Evolution tier. Like, you can only use Mega Evolution in this whatever it's called circuit, but you don't have a Mega Pokemon, but you can use plus moves with this or non-Mega Pokemon, and it doesn't do anything like visually. I guess it's just it strengthens some of their moves, like essentially, and there's no like Z move animation. And maybe they're not even as strong as Z moves. So I don't know. I was just thinking about it when you said that.
No, it's cool. I think it's a cool idea, because it would be nice to see like a more interesting power up other than just the stats.
I think that they will balance things in Champions. So like that is one way that they end up seeing some balance to the whole thing. But it's just a thought. The other thing, go for it.
No, I was just gonna agree with you that I think. I don't know. I think that there could be something to balance Megas. I think that people would like for them to balance Megas in Champions, since that was a common complaint about the gimmick. But I do wonder if Terrastul's how they're going to do that, because we do know. Yeah. And we like the first trailer for Champions, the reveal trailer, teased Megas versus Terra. And so I kind of think that my personal theory is based on nothing except that reveal trailer, is that we will start out with Mega Evolution. We know that you're starting out with Mega Evolution in Champions, but I think that before Worlds, they'll add in Terra, and so Worlds will actually be Mega versus Terra.
Yeah, I agree. I just mean, maybe there's a way that they do a little more balancing with Megas and normal Pokemon. So the only other thing that I would say that is really notable about the preview details is that if you want, you can buy any clothes that you want and wear them, no matter your gender. I think it's a pretty big thing to where like you can just wear whatever clothes you, which is kind of cool that you don't have to, be specifically bound to a certain type of clothes.
Yeah, I just like if there's gendered headphones or AirPods, like I'm gonna want to get my hands on those. Absolutely. Yeah, the customization. The customization is cool. The freedom. I think that's all we want. That's literally all we want.
Yeah,
Scarlet and Violet was like painful, because even
was miserable, man.
Not only was the amount of clothing split up by the decision you make at the very start of the game, but you also were limited in like 5 outfits as your base. So like this is gonna be incredible.
It's like the Fallout meme that's like, everyone disliked that or whatever. It's just like everyone did not like. There's nobody that was like, yeah, this is what I really want, except for whoever at Game Freak. It's like, yeah, we're just gonna stick with this.
Yeah.
Who's
making that decision? Yeah. Well, this is good.
People love this.
I think Legends Arceus had really good customization, so I'm pretty pumped about this. And I think it's also. I think this is also
Pokemon X and Y have really good customization. IMO.
See, I would disagree. I think actually.
Really?
Yeah, I think for at the time. No, I think for the time, it just.
I think it was better than Sun and Moon's customization.
No, because I think. No.
And Sword and Shields. I think it is my second favorite to Legends Arceus.
But when you're playing the game, you can't even see for most of the game what your character's even wearing.
That's not true. You're the character. You're running around in it.
Yeah, but you're like a little sprite.
And either way,
it's like
that would
so
not
many
be,
fewer pixels.
That's not a critique on the customization. That's a critique on like the game. The options of customization were great in that game.
Sure. Okay, then that's fair. We can agree to disagree. I just think no matter how good the X and Y customization might be, there's no way to enjoy it because it's like you can only see it when you're in a specific window.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm just saying the amount of options that you had,
sure.
regardless of if you could see it or not, the amount of options was really good, and I think better than... Honestly, even I liked Legends Arceus' clothes more, just as a whole, but it even had more choices than Legends Arceus, I think.
I think this new development that clothes are not gender locked in Legends EA is going to mean it's going to be a big deal for a lot of people. I don't know how much I wasn't too excited when I saw this because I don't know how much I'll actually interact with this or utilize this feature, but I'm always down for just general customization. Like I'm like, if there's more options, good. Because I mean, honestly, truthfully, there's probably going to be a couple pair of sneakers or something that are like, you know, normally designated for one gender or the other where I'm like, I actually want that.
Boys wear blue clothes, girls wear pink clothes, you know. It's like if I want to rock some pink headphones around my neck, let me, you know.
Or whatever it might be. Yeah. So that's cool. Well, yeah, I think it's a nice development. I like to see this. It's cool. But honestly, guys, this was fun. I gotta not pack because I'm not. I have not packed for my trip, but I gotta.
I mean, you have a meeting in 3 hours, though.
Oh yeah, that's true. I should go like mentally prepare for that. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Good point. But thanks. Actually, no, we have a super chat. Hold on. Let me watch myself. Squirtle Master Kenobi showing up at the end of the stream saying with a super chat, "Morning, gents. I need ZA right meow. Also, I hope the Mega Charizard Z rumor is fake." What's the rumor?
I didn't see a Mega Charizard Z rumor, but let me tell you something. If there's a Mega Charizard Z, y'all can all whine as much as you want. I am one happy camper.
You think it's the thumbnail? I did put Charizard in the thumbnail.
Oh, maybe. Oh,
yeah.
I actually changed it like 30 minutes ago. I just updated it for Volcanion.
I mean, it's been rumored for a while, right? Like people have brought
it's been excited. It's been like anticipated.
There was like a period where people became pretty convinced that it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
In Legends ZA, like before all the megas got leaked, there were a lot of people who was like, I'm pretty certain Mega Charizard. I mean, it makes sense too, right? Because Pokemon X gave us Mega Charizard X, Pokemon Y gave us Mega Charizard Y. Since this is basically spiritually Pokemon Z, I think that the idea of a Mega Charizard Z in it was not far-fetched by any means.
Yeah.
But speaking of far-fetched, Mega Surfetch, please. Thank you. All right.
Actually, okay, the PSA is go get your shiny Ruinous Quartet. What do you have, like 2 days left to claim that?
And the legendaries come out tomorrow, I think. It was 26? Yeah, 26.
Yes, tomorrow.
Oh, they come out tomorrow? Yeah. Oh, that's good.
As well as
that means I can get them right. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to get them because I was going to be in another country.
If you're a TCG fan, the Mega Evolution TCG set also comes out tomorrow.
Nice. Big day.
By the way, like we should do some trading, I guess, with everyone in chat. Like you can only get one. I don't know. Dusty's got 2 versions. I think me and Lumi. Well, maybe your wife has the other version, Lumi. But I don't. I only have one version.
Violet.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how they did that, huh?
I'm getting a shiny Koraidon. I'm getting 2 shiny Koraidons, and one of them is getting traded.
What do you mean? How are you getting 2?
Wait.
Explain that.
Because, okay, so here's the trick, right? You go to your local GameStop, and you go up to them, and you say, hey, can I get that Pokemon gift thing? And they will give you up to 2. Two per each person, apparently. So you can get 2 codes, and if you have one version of the game, you only get that Pokemon, whatever code you put in. So I'm going to put in both codes into my game, and I'm going to get 2 shiny Koraidons.
I don't know if that's how that works.
That is how that works. Unless it's like unless I have to trade the code, then I can just trade the code away.
Well, I think, you have to trade the code.
No. Okay, yeah, because what I'm thinking is you put in the code once, great, you'll get the Pokemon, and then if you put in another code, I would imagine it won't let you get it twice. But if you make a new account, like make another profile on your Switch,
like on the Switch,
start a new save of your Scarlet version, whatever, and then you can download
Just do the code
again.
thing, yeah.
You could use that second code. It could be a way to do it. And then what you're saying is correct, where if you can move that Pokemon into home, you can move it into your main game, and then you can trade with someone for Violet. So the move
you
is
can always trade the code to other people. Will trade.
Yeah,
codes.
like you can, but the issue is,
but
you might have some meanies, right? Like I might go, oh, Soul, I've got an extra for you here.
That's
and
why.
not,
That's why I'm asking people that I trust in the chat.
But
right?
but here's the thing: you can't just trade the code because the person can't redeem it on their device. They can't. If someone has Violet and you send them,
wait,
listen.
Works.
No, listen. You get the code, and it's only good for either a Koraidon or a Miraidon, depending on your version. If someone has Violet and we're trading in order to complete each other's whatever, you can't send someone a code for the Scarlet Legendary if you have Violet version. So whoever has the code needs to claim their Pokemon in order to do a fair trade.
Right. Can I just say that I hate them for doing this?
This is so dumb.
Is this clocking to you, Lumi?
Yeah, no, it's clocking to me now, and this is so dumb.
Yeah, like they
did this.
You can't just get both Pokemon. You have to.
I mean, for the record, the beautiful thing is I don't care because can I be real with y'all? Here's a little secret. Y'all about to get so upset with me.
Yeah.
Will I get a shiny Koraidon or Miraidon if I happen to go to a GameStop? Sure.
That's crazy.
I'm not
like
making an effort
tomorrow or something.
I could not care less.
They're like such good shinies.
I am actively right now as I'm speaking trying to care more and failing.
About what? Shiny?
Trying to care less and failing.
How do you, Louis?
Have you seen shiny Koraidon? It's so base.
It's black. Yeah.
No. Listen. I care because there will not be another way to get this for 30 years.
Yep.
And you don't care about that?
No.
He's gonna grow up. That's all. He's gonna grow up a little older, and he's gonna.
See, this is what I did when I was 20. I said, I don't need this event. I don't need this. I don't need this. And then I look back and I go, I can't. How did I miss that? I was so stupid. I missed this.
Yeah, but y'all are so old. Exactly. You know.
No, you're taking
like you're at that age where you look back with regret. I'm in the age where I'm making the decisions I will later regret. You know, it's beautiful, really.
It is great.
Exactly.
It is really great though that by getting these are things that we talked about for the last 2 years. Like by getting the shiny box legends. And now that we have the shiny Runas Quartet, these are all the Pokemon that were, shiny locked. Actually, could we be seeing another giveaway next year for like a shiny Ogerpon or something? I was gonna say just this means Gen 9 is ending. That's what Scarlet and Violet is ending.
I think they go for the Loyal 3 next if they do, and for the record I actually think they will because they technically did these early. If you look at Sword and Shield, they did for that it was the Galarian Birds and and the of course the Box Legends, and they did those next year. Like they did those when Gen 9 was going to be coming out. They've now done these a year earlier, so I think next year we see Terapagos and the Loyal 3.
Ooh, dude. See,
I don't know about all that. These are usually the end
you are
of the
right
generation.
But you are right
claim,
about you are right about like DLC Pokemon though getting like there is precedence for DLC Pokemon getting
the
shiny.
Kanto birds or the Galarian Birds. I mean,
but not the mascots of the DLCs. So I think the Loyal 3 makes sense. That's totally fair.
I think part of the reason the mascots didn't get it is because for one, Urshifu's shiny is not good. Nobody's looking for that. And then two,
Calyrex is so good though.
Calyrex is like Calyrex is confusing because there's like a fusion there.
Yeah.
And it's like if the Glastrier is shiny, would Calyrex be on a shiny Glastrier if it's a normal Calyrex, or would the Calyrex because there's coding there, right? It becomes one Pokemon, so it's like but yeah, I think and it's different from like the fusions of Necrozma and Kyurem because it's not really a fusion, it's just Calyrex is now sitting on the Glastrier. But
we haven't talked about this, but they made Miraidon shiny white, like in the artwork. It is so much more white than in the game. It's not silver, and it's white and black dragons, like 100% white and black dragons. I don't know. People have.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
I was like,
that's
whoa!
Cool.
I can't believe it's white.
Yeah, that's cool. You're suggesting, to finish the thought, you're suggesting that this is like almost like a reference to Reshiram and Zekrom. which would be black.
I don't know if it actually is, but I don't know why they did.
Well, those are the other
You
black
have
and white.
the-
Those are the. What else are you saying? Those are the other black and white dragons.
Well, and not only that, but like Koraidon's like tied to
Yeah.
the sun, fire, and Miraidon's literally Zekrom's typing, so it's like a reverse of Reshiram and Zekrom.
Yeah. That's cool.
Mhm.
That is true. Yeah, the fire and electric dragons.
Yeah,
What's
do you know
interesting
that
about it-
Miraidon is the first time that they have repeated a like a box legends typing. They've all been different until now they went, okay, we're gonna do Dragon Electric again.
Cool.
If you want to read into it too much, you could be like, black and white remakes were supposed to come out maybe in this generation,
Yes.
and they could have done this on purpose.
Yes.
But then they scrapped it, and that's what their shinies were, which is pretty fun, I think.
That is super.
I just love that
These are the Unova remakes, guys. Look at it.
these are
Isn't it
them.
great? This is it.
No, I
and
love
it's-
that they made it more white because it makes it stand out with the other future paradoxes. So like they're all chrome or silver. This is just like I'm a more shiny white version because it's like I am the more, I don't know, epic, I guess. So it's cool.
They also like, I mean, if you wanted to tie it to like that rumor that, you know, Samurott and Superior might get megas alongside Embor and Legends EA /
I don't know how
Legends
you're
EA
doing this
DLC.
right now. This is the stretch.
You know, they gave Unova megas. I don't know. You know,
I think we've been recording for a long time.
we
here.
have.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It's the end of an era, but maybe we'll get some more shinies in the future. All I was trying to say was like, this is cool. We're actually concluding Scarlet and Violet, which is fun because we started Hidden Power with the start of Scarlet and Violet.
True.
And so that's
End of
kind of
an
nice
era.
to put a little, literally an end of an era as we go towards ZA in Generation 10. I think that's a pretty nice way to wrap this up. Listen.
Goodbye, Scarlet and Violet, and good riddance.
Yeah. This, no, not good riddance. I literally play it, honestly, so much. I mean, yeah, good riddance, but I do play it a lot. It's warming up to me.
Pokemon champions.
I guess I just want to say, so like what the next month is going to be for the launch of ZA. Like I said, like I'm traveling, but we're going to have Secret Power episodes every single Monday. That's like the goal. Or at least bonus content every single Monday. You will have content every single Monday for Patreon and YouTube channel supporters. That's going to keep happening. We have enough content, so there's a new episode every Thursday. And HP Lives will happen when things start to leak, when things start to break. I think the plan for leak season is, because we've been talking about this internally, but I think it might be good to just make it public. If there are hard leaks, we are planning to react to those things, or maybe do breakdowns of those hard leaks as Patreon only content. And the point of that is so we don't get just so we don't, so the whole channel doesn't get taken down. I think if there's also an opportunity at, like, if it's like the middle of the day or it's during the day and stuff's happening and there's a big dump of info. I think we also might, if we can catch it, do a live stream, just hanging out with you guys and being present during that break. It was a lot of fun during the Terra leak to actually just, I was up here, we had guests on, we were just kind of reacting every single day to all the information that was pouring out from that data mine. So that was a lot of fun. And I think we're going to try to do that again. And then when it comes to actually like Legends EA, like the week of Legends EA, there'll be streams. There'll be like content streams. We've got first impressions planned. We got a bunch of plans for podcast content right here on Hidden Power. If you want to catch any sort of playthroughs, I will be doing a playthrough on the DustyGogoat channel. I've been putting out a bunch of content over there, but I will be live streaming my playthrough over there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I believe Soul is also going to be streaming on his channel. Lumi will have a ton of coverage as well in his classic style. I'm sure he's going to be developing a lot of theories over on his channel. So if you're out of the loop, if you're not subscribed to all of our channels, might be good to lock in anticipation for that. We're gonna
it's
be
in
doing,
the description.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of fun stuff, not just on the podcast, but also on our own channels. But here's the thing. I think that the way that I'm imagining this for this release, we're all going to be doing our own stuff on our own channels. You're still going to get your regular episodes up right here on the podcast every week. But I think that we will also then come back to the podcast with whatever we've learned on our own channels, from our own playthroughs, from our own communities, and we'll bring it to the podcast and actually have proper discussions. If I gotta share some flowers, some of my favorite content to listen to when there's a new game, it's our competitive. It's super effective. The PKMN cast. I love Steve's. He does these proper discussions with. He'll have like rotating guests, and he'll spend like 3-4 hours on like one part of the game, and I think that is always so much fun. His show is a little bit different, and I've always enjoyed that, so I'm really looking forward to delivering here on this podcast some just really like really nitty gritty deep dives on each of the different parts of this new Legends EA title. We've been a hallmark of this channel, like what we love here is the anticipation and the speculation and the theories of what's to come. But I think it's going to be really special to actually have new content, like a brand new game for us to sink our teeth into. So I'm really, honestly, just getting, not emotional, but I'm just getting pretty pumped and vulnerable. Like I am really looking forward to this. This is going to be a really good time to do it with all of you guys watching right now, to do it with you guys right here on the podcast. I'm really looking forward to this. And I'm sure we're going to have guests as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's my monologue.
It's gonna be a wild time.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Good recap of it. Or
you guys have any thoughts on that? Are you excited at all?
Oh, I'm so excited, man. We're let's see, 30 minus 9. We're 21 days. We are 3 weeks to the day of the release of this game.
Yeah. Are you feeling overwhelmed at all?
It's been 2 years. I'm overwhelmed for sure. But it's been so long.
But
right, there's the truth. There's the truth. Okay.
Maybe a little overwhelmed. But
I'm like monologuing over here, and you guys go silent.
Overwhelmingly positive.
I'm like, okay. Is there a disconnect in what I'm saying? Do you guys not believe what I'm saying?
No, I've just been on here for 4 hours.
That's probably it. That's probably what it is. I'm hyped for the game for sure. Game coverage time though is a bit stressful for me because I'm covering on Twitter as well, and it's just like insanity. So between the data mine and then the actual game coming out, and it's like I don't even end up playing the game until like the end of the day. I'll play like an hour, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do more coverage. So it's like I end up playing the game a little later on. So it is a mixed feeling vibe, but I am so excited to see everything and experience everything with you guys for sure, because it is all about talking to the community as well.
I was actually talking to Jake yesterday in Boston in person. Like I met Jake in person. I was talking about it on Secret Power, but I was telling him how like I kind of feel numb. Like I'm actually excited. I'm excited.
It's been so long.
It's been so long. Yeah. So long. And all these waves of leaks have, now that we're, I do have this trip planned. I'm literally going to a wedding this weekend. I'm in the wedding, and then I'm jumping on a plane, and then we're traveling all throughout Scotland, and then I'm flying back, and then it's literally, I'm sure we're going to be live streaming, and it's going to be, the game's going to come out. Like, so I'm feeling a little bit numb.
Like a week from its, like exactly 1 week from its release, right?
Yeah. So I'm just feeling like I'm like going through the motions, like in a positive way. Like I guess I don't have any time to. Maybe I'm in a unique position where I actually don't have a lot of time to be nervous for the release of the game. But because in the past, I've been very nervous. When the Switch 2 came out and Scarlet and Violet got an update, I was anxious about that. That was really fun to play. But I'm like, that wasn't even a new game.
It's just kind of crazy because it's like we haven't had a new game since Scarlet and Violet.
We literally have not,
It's a different animal.
It's been 3 years, man. Normally, like, that wait is a generation long.
And you know what's cool? There's been, again, just letting you guys peek behind the curtain. there's been a lot of videos that we've planned on, but actually have decided to wait until after ZA because it'll just make more sense to wait until the new Pokemon are revealed or whatever it might be. So there's a lot of fun videos that we got planned, even just the rest of the year.
Hyped.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped for everything we're going to get.
It's so funny because, like, we've been saying for a while, ever since we found out there were new megas, we were saying, like, oh, okay, well, we got to do a tier list of the mega evolutions again with the new ones on it now. But then, of course, they announced Mega Dimension, and we know for a fact Mega Dimension will have new megas, even if it is just the Raichus.
Yeah.
So it immediately becomes like, okay, well, now we actually need to wait until after the DLC is out to do all the megas together, you know?
Yeah. We'll be messing around with it all because who knows when those things are coming out.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess I just want to say I'm happy you guys are all listening right now, wherever you might be at work, doing yard work, whatever you might be up to, doing chores. Maybe you're folding laundry. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you guys. I'm grateful for this podcast and for the platform, and I'm really glad you guys are listening and getting a lot of enjoyment. It's nice to be able to go into this, this new game with systems in place. Yeah, it's like to make content, but also just like we got people here who are like ready to enjoy it with us. So I don't know. Just I've been reflecting a lot, and I'm grateful for all the listeners out there. Appreciate you. Love from India.
Same.
Love it. Love it.
Sweet.
But yeah, I'm gonna go
to India.
Yes, absolutely.
Sending it right back.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Deadeye's Art, Bubble Pops, Dipno, Epic Randomness, Gendy, Jazzy's here. What's up, Jazzy? Ghost Bomb.
It's the squad.
Yeah, Noivy Ball Guy. Good to see all of you guys.
It's the freaking
Sampy's here. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little too heavy right now. I think I am tired. All right, listen. Let's wrap up. If you're joining now, go start the video back from the beginning. Check it out. If you're just joining now, we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Yeah, I don't even know.
Peace out.
No. Go get some stickers. Go get some stickers.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Go get some stickers. Links are in the description. And buy some. We also have Halloween merch ready for you. Shop